time? Okay. Good evening and welcome to Cherry Hill West Field, where today Cherry Hill East at 3-7 travels to Cherry Hill West with a 9-1 record. I'm Mike Furman along with Brian Connors, and
How you
Brian,
doing?
West does have the better record. Now,
That's true, yeah.
what do you look for in their team today?
Well, I think it'll be probably a close game, but West has been playing strong all year. It just seems though they don't come on till the late innings. I mean, and then people question if they're as good as last year, but just look at their record. They're 8-1.
I think they're 9-1.
9-1, yes.
And they're ranked second in
Yeah,
South Jersey.
they are ranked second in the Enquirer South Jersey and number 3 in the Courier Post South Jersey Cup. So East has been coming on strong lately. They have to win 4 in a row now to make the playoffs. I think it'll be a good game because East is out today, I think.
Usually these East-West games
Are always interesting.
Yeah, they bring out the best in both teams, and we'll be back at the top of the first right after this.
Okay.
Okay, West takes the field. Pitching today for West, the number 14,
Steve Hobbs. Steve Hobbs is 2-0 with 1 save and a 0.64 ERA. Last time out, he had an impressive pitching performance. I believe against Camden Catholic, he got the win, and Coach Trotman felt that he was the best pitcher to take the mound today versus Cherry Hill East.
We'll set up the lineup for West in the field. Brian Bianco plays first base. Brad Napoli at second. The shortstop will be
Jeremy Sunkett.
Third baseman Rod Ramirez. In left field will be John Pearson. In center field, Joe Correa. In right field, Bill Anasek. Behind the plate today, Chris Martini. And on the mound, as we said, Steve Hobbs. For East, the first one to face Steve Hobbs today will be number 33, the left fielder, Chris Figaro.
Steve Hobbs, I think, relies mostly on his fastball, so watch that to be a key pitch for him today.
The thing with East so far this year is they haven't really put it all together as a team. Sometimes they hit well and they don't pitch well. Sometimes they really pitch well, but the fielding isn't there. And sometimes it's a combination of all three. It's not good. But they did upset Washington Township in their last start. And they need to win these 4 games, these next 4 games for them.
Now, West did meet East earlier in the season, and West did come out with a victory on that one, 14-4. I mean, it sounds like a blowout, but the game was close until the later innings. And John Ober got the win in that game with an impressive performance on the mound.
Yeah, they did. East have been blown out by a lot of teams this year, but they're putting it together. These teams usually have.
Like I said before, I think they'll
spots.
be out today. They need these 4 games now to make the tournament, and they made the tournament 19 years in a row.
Yeah, you did read the morning paper.
Yes, I did read. I did my homework this morning. Dave Martin, coached Cherry Hill East Cougars, trot out to third base. Okay, Chris Martini will lead his team to the mound as West will meet for just to get psyched up before the game. Okay.
Right. West has a comment to the mound. They're getting all psyched up.
And I think we're ready. Martini just giving Hobbs some words of wisdom. Chris Martini.
Junior catcher.
Yes.
I played baseball with him when
Yeah,
we were younger. Major League School Electric.
Quick bio on Chris Martini. Let's see here. He's batting a modest .333. He's 9 for 27, but we'll get more into that as Chris comes up to bat. But now we'll start off with West versus East. And up for East is
Chris Fugaro.
Chris Figaro, number 33. He's playing left field.
Only a sophomore, so most of East squad is young this year.
Steve Hobbs is a senior. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but okay, here we go.
Ready for the first pitch?
Strike one called. We just had some confusion right here. We'll get into it.
All right, 0-1 count to Figaro. Pitch on the way. He looks at another one quickly. 0-2 to Figaro.
Hobbs looks impressive so far.
Looks like that was a breaking ball or a curveball, something of that nature.
Steve Hobbs has given up only 7 hits so far this year in 11 innings.
And that's a strikeout on 3 pitches. Figaro goes down.
Hobbs leads off with a strikeout. And that's his 8th of the season. He's had 7 in his 2 starts before this.
Next up will be number 35, third baseman Dave Kim. Dave Kim's been hot of lately.
That's true. He hit 2 homers in that game versus Township, I believe, last week.
Is there 2 or 1? I'm not sure.
It might have been 1. I know he might have hit 2 doubles. I don't know. He seems to be East's power hitter so far this year.
Takes high for a ball.
His first ball of the game called Steve Hobbs.
He looks at a low pitch. Today, joining our crew will be statistician and maybe sometimes commentator, Andrew DeChristopher.
He's doing a great job so far, folks. He does a great impression of that guy at the Phillies game. Let's hear it.
It's now 3-0.
Everybody hit. Woohoo!
Okay, all right.
Having a little fun here in the booth. Or what I guess you can call it booth. 3-0. Looks like
Our
Kim shouldn't
makeshift
get a
booth.
green light here. And he does take the pitch for a strike. 3-1 now.
1 out. Score 0-0 here in the top of the first. Pitch
3-1
from
pitch on the way. Inside, ball 4. He walks him. So Kim's a 1-out base runner with
and that'll be Hobbs' 8th walk of the season. So in the first 2 batters he faces, Hobbs records his 8th strikeout and his 8th walk of the season, but only 1 strikeout and 1 walk in this game, respectively.
center fielder number 24, Brian Bennett, will hit from East. He's one of the few varsity return.
I remember
Veteran from last
he
year.
did play a key role in East's 16-1 thrash of West last year in the Diamond Classic.
And he takes high, ball 1. So it looks like Hobbs has lost a little control from that first.
Came out with 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes. What happened, Steve? Come on.
Kim is a decent lead at first. There he goes. Hit and run.
Clock.
Smoked in the right field. Kim's going to third. He'll be in, and that's a single for Brian Bennett.
East now has men on the corners, and Hobbs gets himself into a jam early. Brian Bennett. Dave Martin calls the hit and run, and it works.
Good piece of hitting by Bennett. Smoked it right in the right field. And now that brings up first and third for shortstop number 15, Mark Denick.
1 out here. Mark Denick.
Denick.
There's
Steal. He'll be safe second and third. Nick took the strike. Now it's second and third, so a single should score 2 here.
Coach Martin's just pulling out all the tricks this first inning, huh?
He likes to do sacrifice and have these squeeze plays and stuff, and he likes to.
That's good. We
use-
might watch for the suicide squeeze right now with a man on third, Mark Denick up.
He does like his teams to run.
Yeah.
So now second and third, 1 out for Mark Denick, 1 strike. Takes low, ball 1, 1-1 the count.
Bouncing curveball off the dirt from Steve Hobbs.
Good block by catcher Chris Martini.
Yes, excellent stop.
One 1 pitch on the way. Denick.
Clock.
It's a shortstop. That will score a run. As Kim comes around to score, Denick's ground out the shortstop. Gets a run in, and Bennett advances to third.
So Denick gets the RBI. It's now 1-0 East.
And that brings up number 5 hitter, Ed Kemp, sees the DH.
And Andy DeChristopher is doing an excellent job as statistician. Just look at those stats, huh?
Ooh, pass ball. Curveball gets behind
Oh.
Martini, and Bennett scores from third, making it a 2-0 East game. Hobbs having trouble with that curveball right
He
now.
is. The curveball has led to, well, a run. First pass ball, so I guess that'll be an error on Chris Martini, even though it really...
I think that's a wild pitch. That was
True.
a tough one. That was in the dirt. That was a tough one to handle.
True.
Probably won't be a pass ball on Martini. That's low. Kemp's 2-0 now. The bases are clear.
Pitch from Hobbs.
It's over and into left field for a base hit for Ed Kemps.
East now is just leading this offensive attack. 2-0 with a man on first and
Still
only 1 out.
Still only 1 out. Okay. Oh, yeah, 2 outs. Yeah, ground ball.
Oh, that's true.
Okay,
Us
that brings
sports reporters, we still make mistakes too,
Matt
folks.
Lefevre, the first baseman for Cherry Hill East. He's rebounded after some shoulder problems. Hindered him early in the season.
Hobbs with the pitch.
Low, ball 1. Hobbs has been low with most of his pitches.
He has. He's been trying the deuce, and it just don't think it's working for him today. At least so far. I said earlier that he may rely on his fastball, but it just doesn't seem up to speed as the Steve Hobbs that many of the West fans know.
Well, that one got by.
Yeah, that worked for Steve.
It's 1-1. What's given him the most problems so far, right, as up to this point, has been his curveball.
That's true.
It's got away from him a couple times. It led to a run for Cherry Hill East.
Steve will be fine. I think he's just getting used to things, and he'll get tougher as the game goes on. Big lead at first. There he goes.
Yeah, he's a dead duck.
Chris Martini throws him out from behind the plate, and at the end of 1, East leads 2-0. Okay, we're back here at Cherry Hill West Field, where it's now bottom of the first inning. East's winning 2-0. I'll just run through the defensive lineup for Cherry Hill East here real quick. In left field, Chris Fugaro. At third base, number 35, Dave Lane.
That's Dave Kim.
Dave Kim, okay, I'm sorry. Should know better than that. Center field, number 24, Brian Bennett. At shortstop, number 15, Mark Danick. Batting for DH, number 39, Ed Kemps. And first base, Matt Lefevre. In right field, Ted Farnath. Second base, Jesse Murray. And behind the plate, Andrew Dwyer. And pitching for Cherry Hill East, Barry Torrin. Okay, I'll run through the offensive lineup for Cherry Hill West real quick. Batting first, Brian Bianco. Second, Brad Napoli. Batting number 3, Jeremy Sunkett. Batting cleanup, John Pearson. Then comes Keith Moore, the DH spot. Batting 6th, Joel Correa. At 7th, Rod Ramirez. Then rounding out the order, Chris Martini and then Bill Anusek. So Brian Bianco will come up to bat first here.
Barry Torrin is the staff ace for Cherry Hill East. And as the whole team, he's had an up and down year. Some days he's been on, and some days been tough for him. See how he is today. He's got a 2-0 lead right now.
That's true. See what he has to work with. Brian Bianco is coming up for West. He's batting .313 on the season. And he's been effective in the leadoff spot for the Lions. In 32 at-bats, he has 10 hits. And he also has 8 stolen bases. So if he gets on the base pass, watch for him to run, because Trotman is known to let him run. So here, Bianco will take some time and he'll dig in. He'll get the sign from Coach Don Murray, third base.
It's a nice day here at West. Wind blowing just a little bit as compared to last year's game here at West, where it was a bit overcast and raining most of the time.
Okay, pitch from Torrin. Bianco loops one into left field for a base hit. Bianco around first, and West starts off things with a bang. As now Bianco singles.
Hey, just hit that first pitch right into left field.
He did. I think he was expecting the curveball, because I think that's what Torrin threw. Okay, now batting second, Brad Napoli, the second baseman, junior.
Maybe look for a sacrifice or a hit and run here, or just let
It's
Bianco
true.
steal on his own.
That's maybe a good call. Brad is hitting .320 on the season. Bianco takes the lead. He's going to throw back. Safe at first.
That was a very lazy throw.
I think Torrin just wanted to let Bianco know that he was there. Okay. Torrin in the stretch. Bianco leads off first. Throws back again. Safe at first.
That was a little more effort. He's trying to keep him close. He knows
He
that
knows.
Bianco can steal bases.
That's true. Okay. Torrin will go on again. He's yet to throw a pitch to Brad Napoli. This time he will. Ball 1 to Brad Napoli. Bianco hangs on at first.
He faked a little bit, but decided not to go to second.
I think he just wanted to maybe scare Torin or whatever, but it didn't work because Torin got the pitch off in a well-mannered fashion.
Still was a ball, though, and the 1-0
That's
count.
true. Oh, he throws back again. And Torin is now thrown to first 3 times.
This is what prolongs baseball.
That's true. That's what makes 4-hour games. Bianco will lead even more again. The pitch. Strike 1 called to Brad Napoli, so the count now is 1-1. Do you know how many wins Barry has this season? Or
I think he has 1 win. He beat Camden.
okay. Torin will pitch into Napoli. Again, he'll throw it at Bianco. That's the 4th time now he's thrown over to the bag. He really wants to let Bianco know that he's there. Count 1-1. 2-0 here. East leads in the bottom of the 1st inning. Pitch to Napoli. Napoli sticks one up the middle. It is.
Tags the bag.
Oh!
Double play.
East turns the double play on that. Danick went to the second baseman.
Danick, what a great play. He didn't even go to the second baseman. He just
he
tugged
tugged
it
himself.
And threw it to first, and a good stretch by first baseman Matt Lefevre to get him out.
So East stifles any chance of a West rally as Bianco led off the inning with a hit, but then they doubled him up on a Napoli's grounder up the middle to Danick.
Danick's been on varsity for a few seasons now. He's got a lot of experience.
It's true. Now up at bat, the shortstop, Jeremy Sunkett. And Jeremy is batting .480 this season.
That was a 6-3 double play for you scoring at home, if anybody is.
Sorry, I made a mistake. Jeremy's batting .419.
Pretty lofty numbers this far.
It's true. The pitch into Sunkett. Ball. Is that ball 2? Yeah, 2. Ball 2. 2-0 count to Sunkett. Okay, Torin will wind up the pitch to Sunkett. Ball 3. So 3-0 to Sunkett.
Torin's in a little jam here. He's got to throw him a strike.
He's done well so far. All of his pitches have been there.
John Pearson waits on deck. The left fielder for Cherry Hill West today.
Here's an interesting fact. None of the West players have hit a home run yet this season. Strike 1 called to Sunkett as the count goes to 3-1. John Pearson did hit a home run in a game against Highland, but the game was later called due to rain. So that's one offensive category that West has not touched this year. So Torin will throw ball 4 to Sunkett as he'll trot down to first. And again, West will have a man on first.
Walks kill. You know, it just... You don't want to walk too many people because they come back to haunt you.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 1st. East leads, 2-0. So John Pearson will step up to the plate. Pearson's batting .226 on the year. Torin throws to first, and he really wants to let the West runners know that he's there, and he's not going to have them running on the base paths today.
That was a close call. A more forceful tag might have gotten, or a quicker tag might have gotten the runner at first.
Pitch to Pearson. Strike 1 called. Count now 0-1 to John Pearson.
Decent-sized crowds turned out for today's game. It's nice weather.
West-East games always do draw a huge crowd. The rivalry, it's always been there. Torin again throws to first.
He wants to keep Sunkett close.
He wants to keep all the West runners close. Torin. Barry Torin gets a signed pitch. Ball called to John Pearson. The count now 1-1. Sunkett leads off. First, he's going to throw again. Torin throws again to first base.
Torin, that's a decent move.
He does.
And it's keeping the runners at bay. No one's getting too far of a lead off first for Cherry Hill West.
pitch from Barry Torrin. He's going to throw into Pearson. Ground ball up the middle.
Ball to Nick.
The Nick will take a
Takes
snap
it
second. And that's the end of the first inning as Barry Torrin gets out of a jam. And East is still on top, 2-0.
All right, we're ready for the top of the second. Cherry Hill East has a 2-0 lead. I'm Mike Farmer along with Brian Connors. And facing Steve Hobbs this inning will be Matt Lefevre, Ted Farneth, and Jesse Murray. If you remember from last inning, Lefevre was up at bat when Ed Kemps was caught stealing to end the inning.
Through one, Steve Hobbs has 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and he's given up 2 runs so far today.
East has their customary meeting. West has a customary meeting at the mound before.
Just want to let Steve Hobbs know that they're behind him.
It's a real important game for East today because if they can get by this, they have a few easier games than this one that they should probably win. I mean, nothing's definite.
They do play a lot this week. They have a game today, I believe, and then tomorrow and Wednesday, and they play Friday, I believe so.
They have 4 games this week. They have to win all 4 to get to the playoffs. 1 loss and they're gone.
And if it rains, also, that could be a...
Fever shows bump but puts it back and takes high, ball 1.
Hobbs winds up.
The 1-0 pitch over for a strike. Going some heat there. The Fever was taken.
Fastball looked there this time. As I said before, I think his fastball will work for him later as the game goes on.
Hobbs has a sign. The pitch. Low. Ball 2. 2-1. As we said before, most of Hobbs' pitches when they have not been strikes have been low.
That's
Only
true.
A couple high up in the strikes, higher than the strike zone. Everything has been low. Even the strikes he's thrown have been low, for the most part. There, the Fever swings at a high pitch.
Sort of looked disgusted with himself as he covered his eyes.
Yeah,
Might have been the sun.
That was ball 3. He knows. He swung at a high pitch. So it's 2-2 to Lefevre. Hobbs takes a little time off the mound. Oh, he's set. And Lefevre strikes out of that pitch. Gets by Martini. Martini's throw to first. Close. He's safe.
So Hobbs will record the strikeout, but it doesn't count as an out.
Yeah, first baseman Bianco's foot stepped off the bag. It's a throw.
So East gets lucky there.
So Lefevre is on first after striking out due to a pass ball.
As you said, Mike, his pitches have been low today. And I think that may hurt him.
Martini.
And there's a dog on the field behind shortstop. Jeremy Sunken will throw a rock at it, maybe get it out of there, but
Oh, the dog doesn't look like it wants to go anywhere.
it's just a dog who likes baseball, folks.
Now they're
Nothing
trying
wrong
to
with
get off
that.
the field. Yeah. Dog's trying to run off the field itself, and I get it off the field.
Okay.
Martini's had a tough time so far behind the plate.
And that dog has now gone onto the JV field.
Well, getting back to baseball here. Now up for Cherry Hill East.
They sent the dog down to the farm. Where
Getting back to baseball. Up for East, number 11. Right fielder Ted Farneth. Looks at bunting.
Brad Napoli saw the bat and ran up very fast. He seemed to be the first West player to catch the sign.
Martin likes using the bunt a lot, either to sacrifice or to squeeze plays, stuff like that.
Well, I'm sure Dave Martin wants to get as many runs as he can now because he knows that West isn't really strong in the beginning of the game and that may hurt them. Napoli runs up again. Oh!
The snap throw by Martini guns down Matt Lefevre as he straight off base too much after Farneth missed, after he swung and missed.
Excellent throw by Chris Martini. He saw he was too wide. He gunned it down to Bianco, and they get the call.
And the 0-2, it's an 0-2 count to Farneth now. He swung through a pitch and he's missed a bunt try. He takes high for first ball. Ball 1-2. Thanks, Andy, for that nice comment. Our statistician. 2-2 now.
That's been the first high pitch we've seen Steve Hobbs throw here in a while.
Oh, he threw one high to Lefevre that he swung at.
That's true. Just a bit high.
That's behind. Farneth gets behind on that. And first baseman Bianco makes a nice catch.
Big can of corn. I think Bianco fell down to hot dog it, but good play by first baseman Brian Bianco.
For Cherry Hill East, number 9, second baseman Jesse Murray. Murray takes a strike.
Quick fact on first baseman Brian Bianco, he does have a .973 fielding percentage. He's only made 2 errors all season.
Murray takes ball 1-1 the count. Jesse Murray seeing his first action on the varsity level, being a senior.
That's also Bianco's 69th putout of the season.
Murray takes high, 2-1 the count. Murray takes low, 3-1.
Again, Steve Hobbs throws a pitch into the dirt.
Should Murray get on deck, catcher Andrew Dwyer, should Murray get on base, I should say, Andrew Dwyer is on deck. And Murray hits a pop-up to shallow center field. Second baseman Napoli calls it, grabs it, and has the out. For East in the second, no runs, no hits, and none left. No West errors. That's all. 2-0, Cherry Hill East.
Okay, welcome back to Cherry Hill West Field here at the bottom of the second inning. Cherry Hill East leads West 2-0. Keith Moore will come up to plate for the Lions, followed by Joel Correa and then Rod Ramirez. Keith Moore, undoubtedly West's best hitter so far this season. He's batting .480, and he leads the team with 12 RBIs. All right. Quick picture of us play-by-play men.
Keith is a fine hitter. He always has been. Tough to get out there. I played with him also.
Back in Little League, huh?
Back in Little League.
Was he still as good a hitter as he is now?
It's hard to say.
So he played for
back then.
Connie Shell, right?
No, he played for Schoolie Electric.
Schoolie Electric. Keith Moore, formerly of Schoolie Electric. Schoolie Electric.
Yeah, Schoolie Electric was coached by West's catcher dad.
Mr. Martini.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Lou Martini.
Keith Moore will step in. Barry Torrin on the mound. He's been perfect so far. Here's the pitch from Torrin. Ball 1 called to Keith Moore. Torrin's given up only 1 hit so far. He's pitched well. And that was a single to Brian Bianco in the first inning. 0-1 to Keith Moore. Torrin the pitch. Keith Moore grounds it to first base. He's going to flip it to Torrin, and they get the out.
Good fundamental baseball by Barry Torrin, the pitcher there. Seeing that the ball was hit towards the hole between second and first, he covered the bag and got Keith Moore in time for the out. So 1 away.
1 away
Bottom of the
here.
second.
Like I said before, Torrin has been excellent thus far, only giving up a hit. And a walk to Jeremy Sunkett. Now batting for West, center fielder Joel Correa. They call Joel the Mole. Okay. And Joel's batting .370 on the season. He has 10 hits and 27 at-bats. Torrin winds up. Pitch to Correa. Foul ball down the first base line.
He was way behind that one. He fouled that, as you said, right behind first base.
This foul ball almost hit the first base coach, Mike Fulcher. He did a good way of getting out of that one, folks. And there is a good turnout here today for this game.
As you said, nice weather. Last year's game was not very nice. Cold, rainy. West won 2-1 and a walk climber home run.
That was the game before they went on to win the Upper Deck Classic. Pitch from Torin. Strike 2 to Joel Correa.
Some part looks like he's a low strike zone today.
That's true. Cherry Hill West last year, #1 in the nation. And Cherry East, I believe, was #4. #5, excuse me. Ball called to Joel Correa on the pitch from Torin. Count now, 1-2. Joel Correa. Torin winds up the pitch. Strike 3 call to Joel Correa. And Barron will get his first strikeout of the game?
Yep, he had Correa confused on that one.
Okay.
A nice curveball there by Torin.
Okay, now batting for Cherry Hill West, third baseman Rod Ramirez. And Rod's batting .452 on the season. He has 14 hits and 31 at-bats. He's hit 3 doubles so far this season. Rod Ramirez, a right-hander. Here's the pitch from Torin. Ball 1, high. Just a bit high.
You wonder why West is so good this year. I mean, you just look at their batting averages of all the teams. Everyone's sitting over 300, it seems. And most guys over 400.
That's true. Rod Ramirez weighs in at 170. Second ball called to Rod Ramirez as the count goes to 2-0. Torin at the mound. He'll wind up the pitch into Ramirez. Ball 3. So 3-0 to Rod Ramirez. Rod has 6 walks so far this season. Let's see if he can make it 7. I doubt he'll have the green light here on a pitch like this.
Yeah, especially not with 2 outs.
Pitch from Torin. Strike called.
Torin throws the heat right by Ramirez, who was taken all the way.
So now it counts 3-1 here. Bottom of the second, Cherry Hill East leads 2-0. Torin winds up the pitch. Ball 4. So Ramirez gets the walk and he'll trot down to first base.
That's the same way Barry walked his other batter. Got 3-0, threw a strike, and then threw high for a ball 4.
That's true. He walked Jeremy Sunkett in the first inning. Now batting for the Lions, catcher Chris Martini. Talked about him earlier. School Electric Man.
Hey, he's a good catcher back then, and he's a good catcher now.
He did have that great play last inning where he picked off the runner at first base.
Matt Lefevre strayed too far off the bag.
Martini gets the sign from third base coach Don Murray.
Let's see if Torin keeps Ramirez close at first.
Yeah, let's see if he does that. He doesn't throw. Ball 1 call to Chris Martini. Like I said before, Coach Tom Trotman and the Cherry Hill West Lions have a 9-1 record overall, and they're perfect in the Olympic Conference. 7-0. Oh, close call as Torin goes to first, trying to pick off Ramirez, but Ramirez gets in under the tag. West's only loss this season comes to Pennsauken, and that was the first game of the season, where I believe they lost 4-3.
That was an upset. No one expected that.
That was. Pitch from Torin into Martini in the dirt.
Dwyer makes a nice scoop.
2-0 the count to Chris Martini. And Martini has 4 walks this season, and he's batting .333. 9 hits and 27 at-bats. Torin throws over to first again, doesn't get Ramirez as he gets in under the tag.
Torin's still keeping those runners close on any stolen bases.
Rod Ramirez does have 4 stolen bases this year, so he could be a threat. Pitch to Martini in the dirt. Count goes to 3-0. Let's see if Tom Trotman does anything interesting here. He's got a man on first. He's got 2 outs. Right-hander at the plate, Chris Martini. I doubt it.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I
either.
think he just let him swing away here.
He's gonna give him the green. He's not gonna give him a green light.
Oh, yeah, with 2 outs.
Number
So the dimensions here at Cherry Hill West: 320 to right field, 320 to left field, and Torrin throws his 4th ball to Chris Martini. So Martini will walk, and that'll move Rod Ramirez to second base, as the Lions now have men on second and first.
Both men are on by walks. Walks can't hold a pitcher, and now Dwyer will confer with Torrin, and Danick moves in.
Who's the captain for the East baseball team? You know?
Torrin and Danick.
Okay,
We are
Barry
talking about the
Torrin.
crowd
Thank
here.
you to the East fans for giving us that information. Now up to bat for Cherry Hill West, Bill Anyusek. Billy plays right field. He's batting .211 this year. He's 4 for 19 in 10 games.
Well, now Coach Dave Martin trots out to the mound.
Probably just wants to let him know that everything's okay. This is the first real jam that Torrin's gotten into. I don't know if you could call it a jam. Men on second and first.
There are 2 outs, so
Remember,
early.
one hit could score a run here. And West is in dire need of a run as they're down 2-0 here.
I wouldn't call it dire yet. It's only the 2nd inning, but runs are good anytime.
That's true. Torrin at the mound, gets the sign, looks at second, throws. Anyusek up the middle, base hit. Ramirez is going to come around third. He's going to score. And West comes into a run, as now the score is Cherry Hill East 2, Cherry Hill West 1.
Good piece of hitting by number 9 hitter Bill Anyusek as he hit it right up the middle.
Yes.
There, the second baseman or shortstop could get the ball.
That's Bill Anyusek's 7th RBI of the season.
Top of the order. Faces Barry Torrin. All this has happened with 2 outs as Torrin got the first 2 men out this inning, and then he walked 2.
Yes.
And one of the 2 walks have scored now. That brings up leadoff hitter Brian Bianco.
Mm-hmm.
Up to the
Brian
plate.
Bianco singled his last time at bat in the first inning. Again, men on second and first. Bianco, 300 hitter, was batting 311, I believe. 313 his first time at the plate, so his single in the first inning has raised that.
To 333. 11 for 33 now.
Yeah. Pitch from Torrin. Strike 1 called to Bianco. Chris Martini on second base. Bill Anyusek with a wide lead at first. Torrin from the stretch. He'll take a look at second. Throws the pitch. Fouled off by Bianco. So that'll be 2 strikes for Barry Torrin. Bianco outside the box. Just get everything together before he steps in. It's a good chance to score some runs here in the bottom of the second. East leads 2-1. Bianco will dig in. Torrin on the mound. From the stretch. The pitch. Throws a curve in the dirt.
Well, both catchers now are having tough days around the plate. Torrin is throwing some balls in the dirt, and Hobbs is throwing some balls in the dirt for West,
As well,
too.
yes. Catchers are making good defensive plays today.
It's all in the catcher's job, though.
It's all in a day's work. Runners get the sign from Coach Murray at third. Who gets the sign from Coach Trotman? Torrin waiting for the sign. He gets it. Takes a look at second. Here's the pitch. Bianco fouled off again. Count still 1-2. Chris Martini's on second base, and he has, he has no stolen bases this season, so he could pick up his first if something happens.
He wants
Billy-
to steal a base here. They're not going to have a double steal or anything like that. 1, 2, 2 outs.
Let's see what happens here. Torin gets the sign, steps off the rubber. Runners move back to the base. Brian Bianco at the plate. He had that nice play on the pop-up that he caught earlier in the inning. Pitch from Torin. Oh, and he's hit. Torin hits Bianco, so Bianco will trot to first, and the bases are now loaded for second baseman Brad Napoli.
Tough break for Torn as he had him 1-2, and now the problems continue to mount for him. He had 2 outs, and then he walked 2, the single, and now he hits a batter.
Yes. Napoli is 300 hitter.
This looks like another.
He grounded into a double play last inning, so we'll see what happens here. Torin has been good so far. Let's see if he can get out of the jam. Now he has men on every base.
This has been his problem all year. Trying to hold that lead. They usually jump out to a lead.
Pitch from Torin. Strike call to Brad Napoli. Torin gets the sign. Torin winds up. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 called to Brad Napoli, and suddenly Torrens has an 0-2 count. So Napoli falls in the hole quickly. 0-2. Martini on third, Enisek on second, Brian Bianco holding first. Pitch from Torin. Fly ball in the left field, and that's caught by East. So Torin gets out of a jam here at the end of 2. Cherry Hill East still has the lead, 2-1.
We move to the top of the third now with Cherry Hill East holding a 2-1 lead over Cherry Hill West. And up for East now be Andrew Dwyer, the catcher. He'll be followed by, top of the order, Chris Figaro, then Dave Kim.
Okay, Steve Hobbs on the mound. He has 2 strikeouts so far in 2 innings, 1 walk, and he's given up 2 runs. How many hits has he given up, you know?
2 hits he's given up so far.
That's
okay. 2 hits through 2 innings.
Dwyer takes ball 1.
Steve Hobbs had 1 earned run coming into the game.
Dwyer fakes the bunt. It's 2-0 now. This is his first year behind the plate for Cherry Hill East.
Hobbs, though, now has given up 2 today, so that'll bring up his total to 3 earned runs so far he's given up on the season. Again, Steve Hobbs.
Dwyer once again fakes the bunt, and now the count moves to 3-0. So Hobbs falls behind Dwyer, the 9th hitter for Cherry Hill East. He'll be followed by the top of the order, Chris Figaro, who struck out his first time. Follow next. Dwyer fakes the bunt again, and ball 4. Walked on 4 pitches. And as we mentioned,
So that's Hobbs' second walk of the game here so far.
Chris Figaro, the left fielder for Cherry Hill East, he did strike out his first time.
That's when things look promising. Hobbs came out to start the game with a strikeout, but didn't quite go to plan.
The walk killed him. Dave Kim scored the first run for East as he did walk his first time up. And now let's see what Martin has designed. He put the sacrifice down. Oh, and the pitcher throws the ball into right field, and Dwyer will score from first. Nope. And now the umpire says from a time of release, Dwyer will have to go back to third, and Martin's probably going to argue this.
Mike, you did say that Martin liked to use sacrifices, and there we saw a great example.
Yeah.
Hobbs couldn't get the ball off the dirt and made a wide throw to Bianco over his head, resulting in a throwing error.
Figaro laid down a good bunt, and he's definitely going to be a dead duck if Hobbs made any kind of clean attempt at picking up the ball.
That's Steve Hobbs' first error of the season.
And he overthrew first Companys error, and now it's second and third. So these runs will be unearned now.
That's true. A costly error has now put runners on second and third for Cherry
Dwyer
Hill
won't
East.
be unearned, but anything after Dwyer will be. Now second and third, Cherry Hill East for Dave Kim, who walked his first time up and scored a run. And Kim takes ball one. There's nobody out here, Cherry Hill East. And
Top of the third inning.
Hobbs in a little bit of trouble, and now Martini comes to talk to him. The meat of the order, it's after Kim.
Martini will come out to the mound, see how Hobbs is doing. Calm him down a little bit.
West's going to get some bullpen action up.
See who that is. John Pearson.
No, John Pearson's playing.
That's true.
It's Greg Peck, I think.
Yeah,
warming up.
Greg Peck will come out and warm up in the bullpen for Cherry Hill West as East
Kim
runners on second and third.
Takes a strike, 1-1. He hits a chopper. Back to the mound, and Hobbs holds on. Holds Dwyer on at third, and Kim is out at first. That brings up center fielder Brian Bennett.
Hobbs needs some good pitching now against this hitter for some confidence, I think.
Bennett singled his first time up. He also scored a run on a wild pitch his first time up.
East's second run of the game he scored.
So he's in a good chance for an RBI here. He's got a good chance for an RBI, I should say. And he takes high, ball one.
Steve Hobbs in a jam.
Hobbs is pitching from the stretch with runners on second and third and one out. And a rip by Bennett in the gap. And 2 runs could score. One's already in. And 2 are in. Brian Bennett has a 2-run RBI single. And Bennett's now 2 for 2 as Dwyer and Fugaro both score.
East leads now 4-1 in the top of the third.
And there's still only one out.
That's he's given up 3 hits now in the game.
That
Given
brings up
4 runs.
Mark Danick, who had an RBI ground at his first time up. So now he's got up 3 earned runs and 1 unearned run, and everything else from here on out will be unearned this inning. As Hobbs did not help himself by making the throwing error.
West down now 4-1. And remember, folks, this isn't an unfamiliar scene.
Danick takes ball one, and
West has come from behind many times. Back to back and came back both times in the 7th inning.
And Steele throws in the center field. And Brian
Martini
Bennett
does
has
have a
himself
gun.
stolen base. And this all started out by walks. And Andy Dwyer, the number 9 hitter, was walked, and now he's in. And now it's a man on second. 1-1 to count to Danick.
Martini does have a gun. He just overthrew Brad Napoli there at second base.
That's Bennett's second stolen base of the game. And now he puts Danick in the RBI position. 1-1 count, 1 out.
2-0 the count.
Oh, yeah, 2-0 to count.
Big can of corn
Pop up to right field, shallow right field.
pulled in by Bill Anisek.
And that's an out. And that brings up Ed Kemps, who singled to left his first time up, and he was caught stealing.
Still a little windy here at Cherry Hill West Field.
Hobbs still has a runner on second to deal with. And he throws high to Kemps. Ball one.
High pitch from Steve Hobbs.
4-1, Cherry Hill East in the top of the third. I'm Mike Farmer along with Brian Connors and statistician Andrew Christopher.
High pitch again from Hobbs. The problem hasn't been with low pitches so far this inning. It's been his high pitches.
Yeah. Prior to this inning, it's been low, and now it's high. And
He's
can't seem to
just
find the plate.
he's just not consistent, folks.
Earl Walker is laughing.
Grounded to Brian
Short
Bianco.
grounder to the first baseman. Hobbs over, covering, and he gets Kemps out for East. They score 2 runs, leaving 1 man on base, 1 West error. And we move to the bottom of the third, 4-1. Cherry Hill East leads.
Okay, we're back here in top of the bottom of the third inning as West will come up to bat. Scheduled to bat is Jeremy Sunkett, then John Pearson, and then the DH Keith Moore. Coach Dave Martin was out here visiting some fans between innings. So Jeremy Sunkett will come up to bat. He walked his last time up.
He's looking for a strong pitching performance from Barry Torn, and I'm sure Barry himself would like nothing else than to get these West batters out. 1, 2, 3 this inning.
He's been great so far. Here's the first pitch to Sunkett. Ball 1 called. Sunkett looking to start something for West, down by 3 runs. Ball 2 called to Jeremy Sunkett. And like we said before, Torrin has shown a strong pitching performance thus far.
He battled back from a bases loaded jam, 2 outs, but he starts Sunkett off 2-0.
Strike 1 called to Jeremy Sunkett on the 3rd pitch from Torrin. Count now 2-1. Sunkett digs in. Pitch from Torrin. Ground ball over to second base. Handled well. 1 out.
Barry makes a nice play at second to get Sunkett out at first.
Sunkett grounds out. Now up for West, John Pearson, the cleanup batter. He's playing left field. He's hitting .226 on the season. Less than that, however, because he grounded out his
The fielder's
first time
choice,
at the plate.
First time up.
Yes.
A little windy here. Cherry Hill West, and the sun started to set soon.
It's like
Been a
Wrigley.
while, actually. I wouldn't say it's like Wrigley. Not that.
It's nothing like Wrigley. Yeah. I used to live there. Used to live in Chicago, been to Wrigley Field. Pitch from Torrin.
Just a bit inside.
Just a bit inside. Pearson moves over, gets out of the way. Can hear John Oberg screaming in the dugout. He's the ace pitcher of the West staff. Pearson rips one into to left field. That'll be a single. Thought maybe it'd get in the gap, but the left fielder was right there.
Pearson is a big guy.
He's a big guy. Played defensive back for the Cherry Hill West soccer team over the fall.
He's a 1-out base runner with a nice piece of hitting.
Yes.
1 hopper in the left field.
A 1-hopper.
That brings up Keith Moore.
Keith Moore, 12 RBIs. He's batting over .460. As I said before, I believe he is probably the best hitter here on the West squad. Let's see if he can make something happen. Barry Torrin gets the sign, throws to first. He's been doing that a lot today. He wants to let the West runners know that he's there.
Well, no one's attempted to steal yet. So he's left a good impression thus far.
That's true. Torrin gets the sign, pitch to Moore. In the dirt, Pearson's going to go. Ball gets away from the catcher. So Pearson gets a stolen base. And now West has a man on second. With a good RBI opportunity for Keith Moore.
Dwyer kept that curveball in front of him, but nothing he could do. No throw down to second.
Good play by the catcher.
So now Pearson's a 1-out base runner on second. With Keith Moore, a 1-0 count right now.
Pearson takes a lead off second. Torrin from the windup. Low. Ball 2 to Keith Moore. So the count's 2-0. And there really hasn't been any problems for the umpires this far in the game. Not that there would be any, but Torin checks second. Throw. Keith Moore, grounder, second base. He'll be out at first, but he advances John Pearson to third base. So now West has a man on third with 2 outs.
Good point, Brian. Has good baseball by Keith Moore. He doesn't get a hit or anything. It doesn't show up in the stat sheet tomorrow, but he does move the runner along.
So he grounds out to first. Pearson's on third. And Joel Correa will come up to bat.
Base hit, or pass ball or something, scores a run.
Joel struck out last time at bat.
So it's Moore's good hitting, or good baseball.
Good baseball
Makes it easier
instincts.
for Pearson to score.
Pitch to Joel Correa, strike one called. And I'm sure Joel doesn't want to strike out again. He's going to look for a pitch to hit. With a perfect opportunity, Pearson's on third. West down 4-1 here in the bottom of the third. Pitch from Torin. Low. Ball 1, so the count moves to 1-1 for Joel
Torrance
Correa.
throwing his share of balls in the dirt today. Dwyer's had a rough day behind the plate so far. But he's done pretty good so far.
Pitch from Torin. Joel tries
Sacrifice.
to take the bunt, but he gets a strike, so count moves to 1-2.
Like a squeeze play.
Barry Torin has been excellent so far today. Joel Correa. Barry Torin winds up, checks Pearson at third. He's going to throw in the dirt to Correa, so the count moves to 2-2.
Warren wants nothing more than to get Curry out right now, so they can keep the East lead at 4-1.
Torin checks Pearson at third again. The pitch to Correa. Strike 3 called, and Correa will go down again as Torin gets out of the inning. And East still on top, 4-1 after 3.
We're back for the top of the fourth here, and Cherry West is a new pitcher on the mound. Number 16, Greg Peck, a junior. He replaces Steve Hobbs. Steve Hobbs pitched 3 innings, that are 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 hits, and 4 walks. And the first one to face Peck will be Matt Lefevre. He'll be followed by right fielder Ted Farneth, and then second baseman Jesse Murray. What do you have on Greg Peck, Brian?
Well, let's see. His stats so far this year, he's 0-0 with 1 save. Greg's pitched 8 2/3 innings, and he has 160 total pitches. However, here's a bad note. He has 8 earned runs in 8 innings. That could be a problem. He has a 6.51 ERA, and he's let up 13 hits. So let's see how he does now.
Oh, that was 2 walks for Steve Hobbs, not 4, excuse me. And the first pitch that Peck throws is a ball.
Had some heat on that pitch. Peck does have some zip on his fastball.
And Lefevre takes the next. Peck offering. Now 2-0.
West pitching staff does have a 2.78 ERA, so they do have some good pitching. It's just not been shown here so far today.
East does hold a 4-1 lead, but that's nothing new to them. They've held leads before early in games, and they've lost them. It's now 3-0 to Lefevre.
Peck hasn't hit the strike zone so far today.
Lefevre definitely has a take sign on this one.
Probably. No green light.
And Peck delivers his first strike of the game, 3-1 count now. Three and 2 to Lefevre.
So Peck gets his second strike.
Peck starting to battle back. My brother just got a job, $10 an hour.
All right.
That's
Congratulations.
not professional, but Lefevre fouls off a ball. Stays alive at 3-2.
Peck came out and threw 3 straight balls, but now he has 2 consecutive strikes. Well, 3 actually, a foul ball by the batter. Peck winds up.
Lefevre calls time. We have a little advertisement now. Vector Knife Company. You want to buy some knives, anybody? Just call Vector. That's ball 4 to Matt Lefevre. Good at bat.
That's Peck's first walk of the game. He has 7 so far this season, so that'll be his 8th walk of the season.
That's the 3rd walk today given up by Wes, and that brings on right fielder Ted Farneth, who popped out his first time up. Farneth offers at the, tries to bunt. Does not work. 0-1 count. Farneth tried to bunt before. Remember that started East problems as Lefevre, after striking out, got on base due to the pass ball. And then Farneth bungled bunt attempt, led to Lefevre getting thrown out at first. Farneth takes it low. 1-1.
Just a bit low from Greg Peck.
Farneth takes a long look down at Coach Martin. Another low pitch. 2-1 now to Farneth.
So a 2-1 count.
Greg Peck's been behind both hitters he's faced. He's had a battle back.
The battler, Greg Peck.
Hit and run, Cherry Hill East, but Farneth fouled to straight back, and the count goes to 2-2. Lefevre had a good jump.
Martin has shown some trickery here early with some sacrifice bunt plays and hit and runs.
It's now 2-2. I suspect a bunt would not be on here. Maybe a hit and run. Low 3-2, but it's questionable.
Looked good. We noted before that the umpire was calling him low. That one he didn't call, though.
It's hard to tell from our vantage point, though. We are
That
sitting.
is true.
We're not very high up, and we're sitting halfway between home plate and third base.
Strike
strikes
3.
out, and Lefevre is gunned down,
So they pull a double play.
trying to steal, and a hit and run. And the 6-7 combination of Lefevre and Farneth hasn't been too successful today. That brings up Jesse Murray, who popped out his first time up.
So West shows some alertness on the defensive end and pulls a double play on a strikeout, and Martini guns down the runner.
Second runner, Martini, has gunned down today, and that brings up Murray. So Peck should thank Martini once he gets back to the dugout after this inning.
You should thank him a lot.
Murray takes strike 1.
I don't know if Greg Peck is trying a curveball there or what. It's just not dropping for him, however.
Whatever he tried. It was a ball, so it doesn't really matter. 1-1.
It's not working for him.
Good. Fastball blows right by Murray. 1-2.
Strike 2 for Greg Peck.
Peck has a better fastball than Hobbs did today.
He does have more zip on it, too. I think zip's in there. Greg Peck, a product from the Cherry Hill National Little League.
And he strikes Murray out to end the inning. For East in the top of the 4th, no runs, no hits, and none left after 3.5. It's Cherry Hill East 4, Cherry Hill West 1.
Okay, welcome back to Cherry Hill West here, as now we're in the bottom of the fourth. And scheduled to bat for the Lions is Rod Ramirez, Chris Martini, and Bill Anusek. Ramirez will step up to the plate. He walked last time at bat in the second inning. And Barry Torrin still in for the Cherry Hill East Cougars. And he's pitched a great game so far.
Let's see if East can hold their lead. It's 4-1. This is the middle innings now is where they had their trouble all year.
If West is going to make something happen, now would be a good time to do it.
Yeah, after Anasek, they have the top of the order coming up.
Brian Bianco is still 1 for 1. He had a single in the first inning and was hit by a pitch in the second. And he comes up if the Lions can survive through the first 3 hitters. Rod Ramirez up.
They need to get the first couple on to get to the top of the order.
Third baseman. Torrin at the mound. Gets the sign. Wind up. Pitch to Rod. Ball 1 called. Just a bit inside. Rod steps back in. Pitch from Torrin. He connects on the middle. It's off the third baseman, bobbled by the shortstop, and Ramirez will have an infield hit. I don't know if that could be counted as an error or not. What do you say?
It's tough to call. Probably a hit.
Okay.
In the hole. That would have been a tough
So
throw.
Ramirez will single the infield single, played off the third baseman in the shortstop's hands.
Kim tried his best to stop it.
He did. It's not like it was a bullet hit, but it just played off the grass and the dirt
Nick backed him up.
to Ramirez's advantage. So West has a man on first with Chris Martini at bat. And Chris Martini walked last time he was at bat. Torrin throws to first. Ramirez is safe as he dives in under the tag.
Well, Barry's been consistent. Throwing back to first whenever a runner.
He
gets
has
on
thrown
base.
there a lot.
As no one has thrown a base yet.
Throws back to first. Rod stays on the bag. Chris Martini at the plate. Has been excellent defensively for the Lions thus far. Here's the pitch from Torrin. He steps off the rubber. He doesn't throw. Martini, number 15. Torrin. Now he'll throw to Martini. Strike called to Chris Martini.
Gave Martini forward as Martini
Count
jumped
0-1.
out of the box. Or didn't jump out of the box, but moved back a little bit.
Like I said before, 0-1 count to Chris Martini. Torrin will throw again to first. He's letting those runners know that they're not going anywhere. Torrin gets the sign. Throws back to first. Ramirez is beating the tag. They don't watch out here. Torrin could get him soon. Barry Torrin from the stretch. Gets the sign, the pitch to Martini. Martini, long fly ball, left field. That is foul ball down the left field line.
Martini gave that a rip.
He
Just
did.
Foul. Foul ball. Long shot, though.
Did get all of that.
He got in front of that pitch.
Looked like a hanging curveball there from Barry Torrin.
Oh, in any event, it's a strike, and now it's 0-2 to Martini.
That's true. So Martini getting all of it works to East's advantage. So now we have an 0-2 count. Rod Ramirez still on first base for the Lions. The umpire and Barry Torrin have a discussion. Like I said before, the umpires have been making good calls throughout the game. Pitch from, oh, he's going to throw again to first base. Ramirez gets in there. Barry Torrin gets the call, throws. Martini this time puts a single in the left field. A two-hopper to the left fielder. Ramirez will stop at second, and West now has men on second and first.
Martini was all over that 0-2 pitches.
Again, I think a hanging curveball from Torrin. I'm not sure, though.
So now 2 singles in a row for the Cherry Hill West Lions, and Bill Anusek will come up to the plate. Bill singled his last at bat and got the RBI for the Lions. Let's see, he's got a man at first and second. Let's see if he can do it again.
Torrin is now in a jam. First and second, nobody out.
Pitch. A pass ball. Ramirez is going to move to third. Martini will go to second, and now West has men on third and second. Excellent RBI advantage now for Bill Anusek. And West needs these runs profusely. Good SAT word. Yeah, good SAT word. Profusely. Barry Torrin now in a jam, as Mike said. Let's see if, with no outs here, let's see if Trotman calls a suicide squeeze. Ramirez on third. Anusek at bat. Foul ball into the JV field.
This has been one of the trouble spots for Cherry Hill East this year so far. The middle innings, third, fourth, fifth inning.
Just not happening.
East pitching is faltered. If not their pitching, their defense. And they don't get key hits these innings.
Okay.
See what Torrin can do out of this jam.
The pitch. Anusek grounds one down to second base. 1 run will score. They get the out, however, but now West comes in. Now East only leads by 2 as the score is now 4-2.
That's Anusek's second RBI of the game.
So Ramirez will score from third. 4-2, Cherry Hill East.
As I was just saying, Anusek's second RBI.
Both RBIs for the Lions. As Brian Bianco will now step up to the plate. He singled in the first inning and was hit by a pitch back in the second. Bianco hitting .320 now, around .320. Was hitting .313 coming into the game, but singled in the first inning, like I said before. Man on third, excellent RBI opportunity. Bianco does have 8 RBIs so far in the season.
It's pretty good for a leadoff hitter.
Yes. Pitch to Bianco. Ball 1. Brian Bianco will attend James Madison University for soccer, I believe, in the fall. Just an interesting fact for the viewing audience. I don't know if they really care, though. But back to the game. 0-1 to Brian Bianco. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Cherry Hill East leading 4-2. Torrin checks the run at third. The pitch. Bianco, ground ball. Danick gets it. The throw. He's out of there on a close play.
Nice play by Mark Danick.
Excellent play by Mark Danick. However, a run scores. Bianco gets the RBI. Now it's 4-3, Cherry Hill East.
I did get the run in, but Danick, moving to his right, made a nice play and fired.
That was an excellent play.
Nice catch by Lefevre at first. And
Mark
guns him
Danick.
down. Oh,
So-
2 down for Torrin, 4-3 now. Cherry Hill East clinging on to a 1-run lead.
4-3. Brad Napoli will now come up to the plate. He grounded into a double play his first time at bat and then flied out his second at bat. Let's see if he can get something started here. West has scored 2 runs so far in the inning, but however, the bases are clear. Brad Napoli. Torrin winds up the pitch. Napoli up the middle, and he'll get the base hit up the middle. As a second baseman might have had the play, but he
Looked like Jesse Murray, second baseman for Cherry Hill. He slipped on the
tripped
play.
up. Could have made the play, but he didn't. So Napoli gets the single up the middle. Now up to the bat, shortstop Jeremy Sunkett.
Another one of those innings for East. They're letting teams crawl back into the game. against them. They're going to need a good top of the fifth.
Jeremy Sunkett may attend Georgetown for baseball. I'm not sure that he's sure yet. But he is hitting over 400 here. Man on first. Torn will throw to first.
You are sure about that, right?
Yes.
It's good.
I'm not really sure about anything. So Napoli leading off first. Torin, will he throw? Yes, he will. Gets behind first baseman.
Lefevre made a nice stop on a poor throw over to first by Torin. I don't know how much longer Martin's going to keep Torin in. I don't know what his plans are.
2 outs here.
Today.
Bottom of the fourth. Napoli's going to go. The throw. Napoli will be safe. Gets behind him, so Napoli will advance to third. So on a throwing error by the catcher, Napoli will advance to third base on a steal from first. However, Sunkett gets the strike. So now Sunkett has an RBI chance here with Napoli at third.
It's been like this all year for Cherry Hill East. Just get a lead. Just they're fielding, pitch. You know,
Just not
different
happening.
things. Just, they're not working as a cohesive unit right now.
A cohesive unit. Cohesive. Good vocab word. If you're planning to take your SATs soon, watch this broadcast. So Sunkett up now with an RBI chance. Napoli at third. 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth. East clinging to a 4-3 lead. The pitch from Torin. High to Sunkett. Torin winds up, doesn't even check third. He'll pitch to Sunkett. In the dirt, in the dirt. So it's either, is it 2-2 or a full count? 2-1. Oh, close. So 2-1 to Sunkett. Brad Napoli at third. Sunkett does have 9 RBIs on the season. Ball 3 called. So 3-1 to Sunkett.
Torin's laboring now.
Laboring.
As he looked good early in this inning again.
He did look excellent the first 3 innings he came out.
Just in the middle innings, killing Cherry Hill East.
Just not
Nothing
happening.
more to say.
Pitch to Sunkett. Strike 2 called to Sunkett.
I looked a little surprised on that one.
So there still is a glimmer of hope for Torin. He could get the K here and escape the inning with a 1-run lead. Sunkett waiting for that pitch, the pitch from Torin. In the dirt, so Sunkett will walk and he'll go to first. As West now has men on first and third, as John Pearson will come up to bat. Pearson singled his last time at bat in the 3rd inning. Up calls time. Have the umpires been a problem in East's games before this, or?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't get my season tickets this year.
I heard they were selling fast. So-
First and third with 2 outs, and now Torin's looking to get out of this jam.
Men on the corners. John Pearson at the plate. Torin checks the sign, throws to first. What's new?
Has to be careful the runner on third, though. The ball gets away from Lefevre. That runner on third scores.
And then it's a tie game. David Kim, third baseman for Cherry Hill East. Just felt like saying that, so. Okay. Torin checks the runner at third. He's going to take the pitch, throw the pitch. Strike call to John Pearson. So, 0-1.
Strike 1? It's one strike, right? 1 strike, okay.
0-1. 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th. East. Oh, Torrin tries some fake to third and then to first. Got the runners back, though.
As usual, the play didn't work. First plays don't work too often.
It's just these middle innings,
Any
right?
level.
Throws back to first. Sunkett gets there before the tag's made. Like I said before, John Pearson singled last time at bat. Torrin gets to sign the pitch. Fouled off by John Pearson. So Torrin now has an 0-2 count on John Pearson. Again, men on first and third. Brad Napoli at third. Jeremy Sunkett at first base. 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th. East 4, West 3.
This game is starting to get old. It's hour and 37 minutes old right now. We're only in the bottom of the 4th.
Torrin on the mound.
0-2 count to John Pearson now.
Tries that fake thing again. Gets the runners back, though. I think that's his purpose. Fakes to third, then to first. Sunkett takes a lead off first. Napoli holds on third. Pitch from Torrin to Pearson. In the dirt, not a ball. Napoli's going to try and take home. The catcher fumbles it, so Napoli scores. And the West ties the game now, 4-4. So,
Those middle innings.
Sunkett will move to second on the play. West ties the game now, 4-4 here in the bottom of the 4th. There seems to be some confusion. I guess not, as West will walk back now after tying the game 4-4.
It looked like
On a wild, well, got away from the catcher.
Yeah, it looked like the runner, Brad Napoli, was going to be a sitting duck at home plate. But Dwyer couldn't get the grasp of the
Couldn't
ball.
handle the throw,
It's
couldn't handle the
4-4.
pickup.
And once again, those middle innings.
That's Mike Furman's big quote for today, those middle innings. Been seeming to plague East all year.
Coach Martin's out on the mound right now.
One more. So now there's a conference now between the umpire and Coach Don Murray and Coach Tom Trotman, head coach Tom Trotman, Trail East, and Dave Martin will go visit his players at the mound. There seems to be
change or anything. Just
there seems to be some confusion over I don't know. Oh, they're not talking to the umpire, they're talking to John Pearson, probably just telling him what to do, how he's going to handle this. So I'm sorry, no confusion. Tie score now. Cherry Hill West 4, Cherry Hill East 4. Those middle innings. Bottom of the 4th. 2 outs here. 2-2 count to John Pearson. So Martin comes back after calling time to visit with his pitcher. Torrin's got a man on second and a 2-2 count to John Pearson.
Barry Torrin needs a strike here.
Check second, the pitch. In the dirt again. That's 2 consecutive pitches in the dirt by Barry Torrin.
Oh, he was in front of Pearson 0-2, and now it's Pearson's battle to 3-2.
He's pitched 3 strong innings. Maybe he's had enough. John Pearson at the plate. Torrin from the stretch. check Sunkett at second. The pitch. Oh, he gets Pearson on the curveball. Gets out of the inning, but the damage has been done as West scores 3 runs as they tie the score 4-4.
We're back here for the top of the 5th at Cherry Hill West, where Cherry Hill East and Cherry Hill West are deadlocked at 4 after Cherry Hill West got 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Greg Peck and his fastball are still on the mound.
Yeah,
for
2
Cherry Hill
strikeouts.
West.
2 strikeouts in 1 inning for Greg Peck and 1 walk.
Leading off for Cherry Hill East will be number 14, Andrew Dwyer. He'll be followed by the top order, Chris Figaro and Dave Kim. Dwyer had a tough inning behind the plate.
West coach Tom Trotman kneeling, as he always does during games, watching his team, hopefully to victory today. Hopefully.
Mark DeNick is warming up in the Cherry Hill East bullpen. Whether he comes in or not remains to be seen.
So maybe Martin has decided that Torrin has had enough.
We'll have to see next inning, at the bottom of this inning. Anyway, it's quickly 0-2 to Andrew Dwyer.
Greg Peck, his fastball has been working today so far.
And all these hitters have been behind it if they've made any contact at all. Dwyer takes high, 1-2. Peck will probably throw that fastball, this pitch. He does, and Dwyer's behind it, but he fouls it off.
1-2 to Dwyer.
Dwyer stays alive. He'll probably throw a fastball again, Peck. And he does, and it gets right by. I don't know if it was a fastball. But anyway, got by Dwyer, and he strikes it out. And that is Peck's 3rd strikeout, I think.
So, yeah, it's Peck's 3rd strikeout of the game. He is showing some good pitching so far.
It's also his 3rd strikeout in a row, and that brings up the top of the order for Cherry Hill. He's left fielder Chris Figaro.
Low ball.
Chris is 1 for 2. Actually 0 for 2, an error and a strikeout, but he scored a run. And he takes low for ball 1. He fouls it off, 1-1.
Greg Peck walks around the mound. He's now on the rubber. He's ready to go.
Figaro makes contact with the off-speed pitch deep in the hole, and the shortstop fumbles it. Number 11, Jeremy Sunkett,
So-
and Figaro's on base. Probably an error on the shortstop, because he didn't feel that clean.
An error by Jeremy Sunkett, and he leads the team in errors. In fact, he has 6 on the season, so that'll be his 7th.
So that's the 2nd time today Figaro's gotten on base by way of error, and that brings up 3rd baseman Dave Kim, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run and a ground out his last at bat.
That might be counted as a hit, however, because it did get by Ramirez at first. But
I
that,
mean at 3rd.
yeah, Ramirez at 3rd. I meant the ball at first. Well, you know what I mean. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
It's okay.
Okay, 1-0 to Kim. Now 2-0 to Kim. Figaro is a 1-out base runner on first base. See if Martin has anything on.
He might. He's been using his tactics so far today.
And Kim's a pretty good hitter, too. He's got some power. He can hit one out of here. Kim hits it in the hole, base hit. And now his single, Figaro will stop at 2nd, and 1st and 2nd now for Cherry Hill East with 1 out. Bringing up Brian Bennett, who's 2 for 2 with 2 steals, a single and a double. All right, no, he didn't have no 2 singles, and he's a stolen base, 2 stolen bases, and RBI.
Kim clocked that one up the middle on a grounder. And that still makes me believe that he is East's best hitter.
I had trouble getting that one out anyway. Now Bennett takes high and outside, ball 1, and now Peck's falling behind a lot of hitters early, and he's getting a little trouble here with only 1 out in first and second for Cherry Hill East.
He was strong.
That ball is way high.
Just a bit high.
Two and 0 to Bennett. Peck from the stretch. 3-0 to Bennett. And Bennett looks to be in a little bit of
Greg
Peck looks
Peck,
to be in a
yes.
little bit of trouble. I bet it's not in any trouble. 3-0.
He's sitting pretty up there at home plate.
Bennett takes the first strike. 3-1 now. Still should get a good pitch to hit. 3-1 count. Chris Figaro on second, Dave Kim on first. And that's a walk. Bases are jammed with Cougars. 1 out, and that brings up Mark Danick, who has grounded out and popped out, but he does have an RBI.
So this is the first time, really, Greg Peck has gotten into some trouble. Like Mike said, bases loaded. Mark Danick at the plate. Peck will check the runners.
It's a good RBI position for Mark Danick. Bases loaded, 1 out.
See if they can break this middle inning curse.
And Peck battles back right with the strike. What do you think he threw there for the strike?
Let me guess. Fastball?
You got it, Brian.
That's all it's been working for him today so far.
It's been effective up to this point, although he's in a jam right now with only 1 out. And Danick pops it up.
Martini could have a chance. Bianco, no. Into the fans.
Goes to a lucky fan. How about that fan want to get the ball back? As Bianco and Peck and Martini gave chase to no avail.
They both go say hi to the fans.
Bianco even declined, trying to pitch out of a jam. Ed Kemps awaits on deck. Now Martin calls time.
Probably going to argue a
He's
balk
gonna argue
call.
it.
He
Could
probably
be a
thought,
balk.
Peck balked there.
Martin's argument ends in dissatisfaction for Martin, as he doesn't win that argument. Coaches usually never do win arguments with umps, according to Andrew DeChristopher.
Ball again from Peck.
So now it's 2-2 to Danick. He shows a good eye. And also, according to Andrew DeChristopher. Andrew likes Mark's style up at the plate. And now 3-2 after it was 0-2. Danick has now fought off to 3-2, and this is the payoff pitch here.
Here's
Yes, you can
an
say.
interesting fact. West principal Mr. Simon is sitting on the east side. Don't know if that means anything, but just had to point that out, folks. Oh,
Nick hits one in the right field, falling fast, gets by the right fielder. 1 run in, 2 runs in. Martin's waving around. Bennett looks like he's going to score from first, and he does. And Danick with a triple. Bases clearing triple that breaks the tie. 7-4, Mark Danick clutch hitting. He was 0-2, got the 3-2, got a pitch he liked, threw it in the right field.
We love you, Waze.
And the fans that like it on the east side here, Mark Danick ropes it in the right field, gets by the right fielder, and that's going to be a triple. Bases clearing.
heads up triple.
7-4.
Excellent
East takes the
play.
lead.
Excellent hit by Mark Danick. Billy Anisek tried to make a diving attempt, but it got by him and went to the fence.
Peck got himself in trouble, and he
He
paid
did.
the consequences.
So now Peck has a man
He
on.
just paid the consequences.
Now Peck has a man on third. 7-4, Cherry
Ed
Hill East.
Kemps now is the batter for Cherry Hill East. He is 0-1 for 2. He singled to left and he grounded out. He also was caught stealing on the day. And now there's a little conference between the West players. Nick, clutch piece of hitting. The senior comes through. He's made some good fielding plays today, and now he shows what he can do with the bat. And now Ed Kemp, only 1 out. And Nick at third can maybe another RBI and increase East's lead.
Remember, West fans, it's only the 5th inning, and West does have a knack for coming back late in the game. Peck tries to go to third, but he's unsuccessful in doing so.
East girls softball team defeated West 5-1 today. We were just told by a couple players.
West softball team isn't very good
Andrew
this season.
tells me that Heather Grove played well today.
West has 1 win. That's against
And now
Camden.
the count is 1-0 to Ed Kemp's.
Peck tries to throw a third again, thinking he can get to Nick. Maybe to get him back for clocking his pitch down the right field line.
Really think the Nick's going to steal home? I don't think the Nick will steal home. Only Ryan Carew steal. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, getting back to the game, 1-0 on Kemp's.
stealing home. Mark
Wow.
Harmon.
Getting
That's
back to
true.
this
Mark
baseball
Harmon
game.
did it.
Martini and Peck have a conference halfway between the mound and the plate.
Mark Harmon stealing home. At a video at a Blockbuster near you. Blockbuster Video, folks.
The Nick takes his lead from third. Kemp's
High.
over his head. 2-0. And Peck's
Just-
in trouble. And nobody's up in that Cherry Hill West bullpen.
Just a bit high.
This game is really starting to carry on.
Looking at West's pitching situation now, I know they play Washington Township Wednesday, and John Oberg will get the start for that game. So looking in relief now, they have 2 prospects, either Pete
Calls a
Wasnitzer
strike there.
or Kevin Carlton.
Two-one to Kemp's. Kemp's has 2 home runs for Cherry Hill East this year. He's playing pretty good this year. Low. 3-1 to Kemp's.
Lately now, Peck just has no control. His fastball was humming the last inning and earlier this inning, but we just don't know where it went.
And Kemp's walks, and now he says runners at the corners with 1 out, but the trouble part of the lineup for East is coming up is Lefevre and then Farnett. They had their problems today. Lefevre thus far is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk, but he got caught stealing and picked it up at first after he struck out. He's had a tough game. He has played good at first, though. And Kemp's will be run for, it looks like, he'll be replaced by number 10 on the East roster. That's Matt Strages, who will pinch run for Ed Kemp's. Strages is a sophomore, 5'10", 150 pounds.
He looks pretty fast,
Right.
too. Looks pretty fast.
Did he run out quickly?
Cherry Hill West down 7-4. 1 out here, top of the 5th.
First and third for Lefevre. Actually, Lefevre hasn't had too many problems. It's just he's been caught up on the bases, I guess. They've tried to bunt Farneth around. Yep.
Tries the bunt. Martini can't handle it. Bobbles the throw.
Strages goes to second on that bunt attempt. And it's ball 1. Now he says runners at second and third. Still 1 out in the top of the 5th. But waiting for a stretch time. Some of us over here are getting tired.
1-0 the count.
This game is carrying on 1-0. The Fever pops it up out of play and 1-1.
Mr. Haas was wondering if he parked his van up on the hill if it would get hit, but it doesn't seem in any danger so far.
You're right, he's not the only one. Andrew DeChristopher tried to park his car at Cherry Hill East and make us walk over here so when his car wouldn't get hit by a foul ball. Hey, it's 1-1 to the Fever.
Our statistician, he steals home on the bunt. Didn't work.
Bunt attempt that doesn't work, and now it's 1-2. And West does have action in the bullpen. I can't see the number from at this.
It's looks like Kevin
number
Carlton.
6.
Kevin Carlton
Number 8, then Kevin Carlton.
warming up for the Cherry Hill West Lions.
This could be Peck's last inning, as he's really.
He isn't really looking
Struggling.
well. If Carlton were to come in, he's 0-0, but he has a 4.67 ERA. But that's just nonsense right now as Peck is on the mound.
Peck looked good early, and now he's really struggling.
His fastball
Good
was
jam.
zipping.
Second and third. 1 out.
One and two, the count.
Fever hits it right to first baseman.
what a play.
Yeah, Bianco's a nice play. Bianco makes a nice play at first, and now there's 2 outs, second and third, for Ted Farneth, the right fielder. He's really had a tough day. 0 for 2 at the pop out and a strikeout. He was the first strikeout victim by Greg Peck.
Steamed one down the first base line. Bianco grabbed it. Held Danick at third. Danick still on third after hitting a 3-run triple earlier in the inning.
Farneth swings at a high pitch. 0-1 the count.
Danick dances down the third base line.
Ted
Dirt,
looks
he's gonna
low,
go.
and Danick goes home. He's
called out at the plate.
pitcher Greg Peck. Did you see that? Pitcher Greg Peck puts the tag down on the pass ball, and Danick is out at home, but not after Danick's bases clearing triple gave East a 7-4 lead. East leads 1 on, and we move to stretch time here at Cherry Hill West with East leading West 7-4.
Andy DeChristopher with the 5th inning stretch.
And we'll stay right here at East.
Just in
with
wave
East
high to the camera
leading
here.
7-4.
Mike Furman and myself, Brian Connors.
Great action here. I'm gonna be busy as a statistician today. Needs that stretch. Let's get. Come on, guys.
All right, let's all stretch for us. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Ugh.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, Barry Torn is still in the mound for Cherry Hill East, contrary to what Andrew thought earlier this inning.
Mark Danick was warming up in the bullpen.
With that
He's
3-run
not
triple.
anymore.
With that because shortstop, but that 3-run triple, he's not gonna.
He has been the offensive powerhouse for the East Cougars so far today.
So it's 7-4 in the bottom of the 5th, and Brian Connors will take over play-by-play for the bottom of the 5th.
Thank you, Mike. Barry Torrance still on the mound. Well, let's see. Keith Moore is due up. He grounded out his last time at bat. Joel Correa after that. And then after Joel, scheduled to bat third baseman Rod Ramirez. As I'll say for the 3rd time today, Keith Moore, I believe, is West's best hitter. He's hitting over 400, leads the team with 12
I
RBIs.
wasn't quite sure. I didn't remember you saying it in the 2nd, 5th, and 3rd inning. 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. Who's the best hitter on West?
Keith Moore is the best hitter on this West
Okay,
team.
just making sure I heard you correctly.
Or at least he's shown it through the 10 games West has played. West 9-1 on the season, 7-0 in the Olympic Conference.
Keith Moore, however, is 0 for 2, having a tough day, although he did move the runner over.
He did have that. He pointed out that fine play.
In the late innings, he gives you more.
Andrew with some critical comments.
On Friday,
Astute comments, I might add, also.
astute, another SAT word. On Friday, Cherry Hill East defeated Eastern 5-2 on 7 strong innings pitched by Pete Wasnitzer as he went the whole game. West. Oh, I'm sorry, Cherry Hill West, and I'm from West. Sorry. But Barry Torrance still on the mound. Keith Moore at the plate. Keith Moore DHing for pitcher Greg Peck. And here we go in the bottom of the 5th. Torrance will wind up. Here's the pitch. Strike called to Keith Moore.
That was a very low pitch.
A very
I
low,
was wondering where that pitch was.
very low pitch on the outside corner.
Because I think Curtis Strange would have a better chance of hitting that ball than Keith Moore.
Pitch to Keith Moore. Ball. So Keith Moore has a 1-1 count. Barry Torrin winds up. Here's the pitch. Grounded down, and that'll be off the second baseman, a base hit into right field. He tried to make a diving stab, went off his arm, made a good play, but a base hit for Keith Moore.
It's surprising that where the ball was hit, Murray should have probably been there. It looks like they played Keith Moore to hit opposite field, but Murray probably should have moved over a little bit.
So Keith Moore now 1 for 3 today. Now at bat, Joel the Mole Correa, center fielder. Joe, a fine player.
Keith Moore probably isn't too much of a threat to steal.
Don't let him hear you say that.
I know Keith. I haven't talked to him in a few years, but I do know him.
So what are you suggesting there, Mike?
Yeah, I did play Little League with, I might add again, Keith Moore and Chris Martini. Chris Martini's dad was our kid.
For Schoolie Electric.
I wasn't that good of a player, though. Those two players are better than me, and that's why they're also playing.
What
for
did you
West.
play in Little League, Mike?
I played every position.
1 strike to Joel Correa.
I played every position in Little League.
Will Torrin throw to first?
Where
No.
Mr. Martini put me, I played.
Ball to Joel Correa.
He was the starting Gatorade carrier.
You talked to Mr. Martini. I was the leadoff hitter almost every game.
Were you a strong hitter, Mike?
No.
No, okay. 1-1 to Joel Correa, the pitch from Torrin. Correa down the third base line. That'll be a hit. Moore will move to second. Correa gets the base hit now as West has runners on first and second.
That ball took a funny hop. It was hard hit, but took a funny hop on Dave Kim and bounced into left field.
Correa struck out his first 2 times at bat. Then he singled his third. He's now 1 for 3 today. Now at bat, third baseman Rod Ramirez.
Chris Figaro put in the first base, and now, yeah, first and second, Torrance got to get out of this jam. Nobody out here. 7-4, East leads, though.
Let's see if Coach Troutman gives Rod a sacrifice or if he hits away. Personally, if I was varsity coach of the West baseball team, which I'm not, though, I would let him swing away, but that's just if I was coach. And I'm not, as my colleagues point out. Strike 1 called to Rod Ramirez. So we got the lead runner on second base, Keith Moore. Joel Correa at first. Tying run at the plate. Torrin checks second, the pitch. Ooh, Rod Ramirez swings at something ugly.
That was a good curveball by Torrance. Ramirez was completely fooled. He had a little smile on his face right now.
He knows it was ugly, but... So Ramirez gets fooled on the curveball, and it's a 0-2 count to Ramirez. You can hear John Oberg screaming from the West dugout. Torrin checks second, the pitch to Rod. He gets called on the strike, so Rod will sit down.
Good poise by Torrance as he strikes out the hitter right after. That's his 4th strikeout of the day, and he strikes him out right after giving up a single.
That pitch was ugly that Rod swung on. Ugly. But Chris Martini will come to bat. 1 out here, bottom of the 5th. Cherry Hill East leads the Lions 7-4. We have little children playing with our sound equipment now. Pitch to Martini. Strike called from Barry Torrin. Torrin is on fire lately, striking out Ramirez, and now a strike to Martini.
Martini's had a good day behind the plate, catching. He's thrown out 2 runners, and he also gunned down a runner at picked him off at first.
You also played Little League with him, didn't you?
As I mentioned before, I played Little League with him too.
Ball to Chris Martini. 1-1 the count.
Enough already. Mike is starting to get sentimental here.
Mike wishes for the
story about Little League. If you have any
he
time.
wishes for the Little League days of old.
I can tell you some stories about Little League.
Were you guys good or?
We were our first year we were better than our second year. I don't know. We were okay.
Pitch to Martini. Oh, clocks it in the left field. That'll be enough. Keith Moore will stop around third. So Martini singles to left, 3 consecutive hits to left field, and the bases are loaded now for Bill Anyasek.
And now Torrens in a bit of trouble again.
Yeah, now he's in some trouble as he visits with his catcher. Martini is 2 for 2 today.
And the conference of the mound with the Nick, him, and Torren. Torren's in a bit of a jam again. This time there's not 2 outs for the bases loaded. There's only 1 out.
Dave Kim used to play for Connie Shell back in Little League.
Yeah, he did. Connie's was always a team back then.
I myself played for McDonald's.
Did you?
Yes, but
With Scott Peeler. No. With like Steve Battiali, Rob Kurtz,
yes.
Pete Kroyak.
Yes. Then I moved on to the National League, played for the Malchevy Cardinals. First pitch to Anyasek, strike 1 called.
Mall Chevy, you know, they got some good cars.
They do make good cars.
They have good baseball teams.
No, we were horrible. We won like 4 games all year. Myself, and Harris Adler played on that team. Ball, second pitch to Bill Anyasek. So 1-1 to Bill. 1 out here, bottom of the 5th. Cherry Hill East still leads 7-4. However, West has the bases loaded.
Tying runs on first, and the winning runs at home. Well, it's only the 5th inning, but
Pitch to Anyasek. Low. I'm starting to feel dizzy from hunger pains. But
it's getting late. What is now?
It is
5:40.
It is dinner time, folks.
This game is going on over 2 hours now. We're only in the 5th inning. High school games can take forever.
2-1 to Anyasek. Pitch from Torren. Ball low. The umpire was calling those low pitches strikes earlier. Now he seems to have changed his strike zone.
It's now 3-1. Torren has to give him something to hit, or else he's going to walk in and run.
We are wondering if we do get complimentary hot dogs.
I tend to doubt it.
Doubt it also. Torren on the mound, bases loaded. 3-1 to Anyasek. Here's the pitch. And it's high, so he'll walk in a run. Keith Moore will score, and now it's 7-5. Cherry Hill East.
Walks kill you. It's, yeah,
Anyasek will walk, and he'll pick up his 3rd RBI of the game.
It's middle inning to get for you. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Well,
now.
they're still
Top
winning by
viewers coming up.
Still winning by 2 runs. Now Brian Bianco will step to the plate. Had an RBI last time at bat. He grounded out, but he singled in the 1st inning. Bases loaded. If anybody could make something happen, it could be Bianco right now. Bianco checking the sides from Coach Don Murray at 3rd base. Coach Tom Trotman watching his team from the dugout. There's John Oberg, number 22, pitcher for Cherry Hill West. Okay, Barry Torren on the mound. Pitch to Bianco, he'll foul it off down the 3rd base line. So first pitch to Bianco, a foul, so now it's 0-1. Yes, it is John Oberg who has that low, what'd you say, gutter ball? Guttural
That
sounds.
was him making the sounds. He pitched for Connie. too.
That's true.
I caught him in the AAA All-Star game.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's true fact.
Interesting fact, Oberg is leading the West team in hitting. He's batting 1,000.
I play with most of these guys, either against or with them, on both teams here today.
0-1 to Bianco.
Although they're all much better than me.
Pitch to Bianco from Torren. Bianco fouls it away again. Off a car. That was off a Volvo. I think that was my girlfriend's car. Not sure, though.
She dumped you last week.
Yeah, but you got me there. Okay, Bianco still at the plate. 0-2. He's looking for a hit. He's fouled the first 2 pitches off. Bases loaded.
Against this batter right now. 0-2 count. Bases loaded still.
Let me recap for you. On third, Joel Correa. On second, we have Chris Martini, and at first we have Bill Anusek. Barry Torrance still on the mound. Brian Bianco at the plate. Torrin checks third. Here's the pitch. Bianco guts it out, gets it to Kim. They're going to go to home. He's safe at home. So Joe will score. Martini will score. Bianco will go to second on an error by the catcher. Dwyer is down now. He's hurt. However, the score's now tied. West is tied. It's now 7-7 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Oh, do you believe it?
Dwyer is hurt, though. So Brian Bianco grounds to David Kim at third. Kim throws home. Kemp bobbles the ball and is hurt by oncoming runner Joel Correa after they collide at home plate. Kemp is still down.
It's Dwyer.
Bianco's now at second. It's Dwyer?
Is it Dwyer or Kemp that's catching?
It's
Dwyer catching.
Dwyer, yeah. So Bianco's now at second. Anusek at third. Bianco will get 2 RBIs. So that'll be Brian Bianco's 3rd RBI of the game. Again, the score now, Cherry Hill West 7, Cherry Hill East 7. Interesting, Barry Torrin, who started the game, is still on the mound for Cherry Hill East. As Mike said before, he got a win against Camden. He's pitching good so far today. Interesting facts for Cherry Hill West. They've scored 88 runs all year. Total of 103 hits. Correa and Martini score. Anisek's on third. Bianco's at second. And West is hitting 355 as a team.
Well, when you ramble off some stats, I just want to say
Okay.
Dwyer is still down.
Yeah, that is in seriousness. He is still down. He's being checked by West trainer John Laird.
Dwyer is not moving either.
That's
He's been in
not
that
funny.
position for a couple minutes now. I hope he's okay.
I think he got hit probably in a bad area for men to get hit in. I think that's why he's down. During the collision with Joel Correa. Okay, we're going to go to break right now. We'll be back in a second. Okay. All right, we're back now. The catcher, Kemp is his name?
I'll make the changes.
Okay.
Oh, wait, are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay, yeah, my mistake. Okay, so the changes for you. Chris Vergaro for Cherry Hill East will move from left field and he'll catch and he'll still bat in the one hole. Excuse me. And
One how?
now pitching for Cherry Hill East will be number 15, Mark Denick. He'll move from shortstop to the pitching mound, and he'll still bat fourth. Moving the shortstop will be number 18, Kevin Abrams, and he'll bat where I don't know where he's gonna bat to tell you the truth.
Brian Bianco and Bill Anusek.
And AJ Salvatore moves into left field and he'll take Dwyer's spot in the lineup.
Okay, Brian Bianco and Bill Anusek still on
Abrams
bag.
might
They're
not
just
bat because-
talking with each other on third base. There just seems to be confusion here with the East
When
substitutes.
East comes up to bat, we'll figure it out for everybody. Fifth hole is open though. Matt Stray just did run for Ed Kemp's a designated hitter, but we don't know what's going to happen with that either. So when it comes, we'll tell you. But
Okay, now for
bottom of fifth.
Cherry Hill West, Brad Napoli. He'll bat for the West Lions. Again, Cherry Hill West has come back to tie the game. Scores 7-7 here, bottom of the 5th.
Let's give the line on Barry Torn. Pitched 4 1/3 innings. 7 runs. 5 of which are earned, maybe 6.
We're not sure. We're just high school broadcasters here, folks. We're not professionals.
9 hits and a bunch of walks. And 4 walks. Oh, 4 strikeouts, excuse me.
Okay, Brad Napoli is now up to bat for the Cherry Hill West Lions.
And 5 walks to complete Barry's line, so not that good of an outing for him.
Bill Anusek's on third. Brian Bianco holding at second. Here's the pitch from Danick. In the dirt. Ball 1.
Nick comes in a tough situation here. You know, second and third, 1 out. He's got to get these outs. He's let up all 7 runs, or 6 of the 7 runs in these past 2 innings.
Napoli singled his last at bat. Danick checks third. Here's the pitch to Napoli. Napoli crunches it up to left field. Anusek's going to score. Bianco will hold. Single for Napoli. And West now takes the lead 8-7. Napoli with a key RBI single.
Well, East had a 7-4 lead now. They're losing 8-7.
Those middle innings.
Yep, the middle innings. And the JV team is looking on now. I guess every game's ended now. This game is just going on forever. This game will probably take an eternity. Seems like it already has.
Okay, Jeremy Sunkett, the shortstops, up now for West.
We might have the 6th inning stretch, folks. This 5th inning is taking forever.
Jeremy walked in his last at bat. He's got Napoli on first, Bianco at third. Men on the corners here for Mark Danick and the East Cougars.
Could use a double play here.
Danick's pitch to Sunkett. Danick will check first. He'll go to first. And Napoli will get in before the tag. Danick still at the mound. Played a good game at shortstop. Danick had a bases clearing triple that put the East up 7-4.
This 8-7 lead is the first lead for West all day. They've battled back all day also.
Here's the steal. Napoli's going to go. And East won't even touch that one with a man on third. So now Napoli advances to second on a stolen base. Bianco's at third. And Sunkett's at bat. Mark Danick on the mound.
All right, I congratulate you here. You have kept up with this. And this has been a confusing inning.
Pitch to Sunkett. Fouls one down the third base line. So it's 8-7, Cherry Hill West.
Barring a double play here by Sunkett, West will have batted around at this inning.
1 out here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Danick gets the sign. He'll check third. Check Bianco at third. He'll pitch into Sunkett. Here's the pitch. Sunkett lays off that one. Gets away. The runners will stay put. So a 2-1 count to Jeremy Sunkett. Wonder if we could get a JV score. West won the JV game 2-1. So let's see. The East girls won the softball game. Boys JV won the baseball game. So we're tied so far. Pitch to Sunkett. Swing and a miss. He's got a 2-2 count on Jeremy Sunkett. Bianco still at third. Napoli still at second. Danick winds up. Throws to Sunkett. In the dirt, off the mound. Bianco's going to go and try and score. He'll score, and it's 9-7 West. Napoli will have to stay at third. So Danick throws one in the dirt. Bianco will score. Again, 9-7 West.
It's getting ugly. New catcher and new pitcher. Mixing it up here. Nothing's going right now for East. It's a 5-run 5th inning. This game is really...
And remember, folks, a loss here could end East chances for a tournament berth.
This game is... Yeah, it will end. This game has been so long that the fact's been overlooked.
Don't be so pessimistic, Mike. Pitch from Danick. Sunkett. Stick one's off Danick. Danick will fake the throw at first. He'll get Sunkett at
Nice
first.
play by Mark Danick.
He'll fake the throw to third and then get Sunkett at first. So 2 outs here in the bottom
I
of the
wasn't being
5th.
pessimistic, but you said could end. I'm saying it will end if they do lose.
Oh,
So I'm not saying they're going to lose.
well, I'm
but there's
sorry.
still
I
2 more
misunderstood
chances,
you.
but that's okay. I misunderstood you once too before. So now there's 2 outs for East.
I think we need another SAT word. Rick Claus and the JV team again defeated Cherry Hill East 2-1.
While Mike pontificates
Chris
his
Ergut
next
also
thought.
helped in the win.
Remember, I'm taking over here for a second while Mike pontificates his next thought.
There's our SAT word. Strike 1 call to John Pearson. Now as he's up, John Pearson struck out his last at bat. Napoli on third, West leading 9-7. Danick on the mound. Pitch from Danick. Strike 2
All of
called
these runs actually are charged to Torrance, so we didn't finish his line when we
John
actually said we did.
John Pearson. Just
So the next line's 4 in the 3rd inning pitch, 9 runs allowed, 6 of them earned, 9 hits, 5 walks, and 4 strikeouts.
Pearson, fly ball down the right field line. Looks like the first baseman has it, and he does. And so Danick gets East out of a jam, but the damage has been done. As at the end of 5, on a Brian Bianco single, Cherry Hill West leads 9-7.
All right, we're back here. Cherry Hill West has taken the lead from Cherry Hill East, 9-7. And we move to the top of the 6th. And Ted Farnath will lead off for Cherry Hill East. Greg Peck is still in a game after getting rocked around last inning.
Up the
Farnath had a lot of trouble today. He is 0 for 2 with a K and a pop out. And
looks like the zip's back on Peck's
he's
fastball.
had a tough day at all aspects. Bungled a couple of bunt attempts. Just not having a good day.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 to Farnath, as Brian just said. That's a strike. 1-2. Peck's working pretty quick. I think he wants to get home himself.
Looks like the zip's back.
Low. 2-2 to Farnath.
Peck tried the curveball there. Didn't fall for him, though.
We've clearly seen the best pitch of Peck, a fastball. And Farnath gets a piece of that to stay alive. 2-2 still to count.
22, as Blue would say.
Thank you. Farnath step back in, and Farnath strikes out looking on the off-speed pitch, curveball. He's expecting a fastball and didn't get it.
That's Peck's 4th strikeout of the game.
And now Jesse Murray enters the box. He's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a strikeout. Now Farnath has struck out twice against Peck. Murray takes low, ball 1.
His heat is back, folks.
He's got a rifle.
That's-
And Murray fouls a high pitch off, probably ball 2. Yeah, he has that. I bet you that inning for West took about a half an hour. We'll try to get injury update on Andrew Dwyer, who left the game after being knocked out. East catcher, and Chris Vergara replaced him. This lineup's going to get a little messy for East. And Jesse Murray, a little check swing. Pop up, but caught by the second baseman,
Brad Napoli. Runs back,
That's-
makes the catch in center field.
2 away in the top of the 6th. And that brings up A.J. Salvatore in place of Andrew Dwyer, as we originally said. So that's one thing we got right so far. With all these changes. Yes, A.J. Salvatore did play football. Yeah, he's the linebacker. Pretty much the only guy that made any kind of tackles, because nobody else really tackled.
Pitch from Peck, ball.
He's just had a tough year, except for like wrestling. They really had a tough year. Salvatore grounds to the hole. Shortstop sunk it, takes it, and gets Salvatore out. And 1-2-3. That's the first of the day. 1-2-3 inning. Peck retires him. No hits, no runs, no East runners left, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. West 9, East 7. We'll be back after this.
Okay, welcome back to Cherry Hill West. As now we move to the bottom of the 6th. Cherry Hill West leads 9-7. And just an injury report on the catcher.
He's hanging in there.
That's what we hear from the East managers. He's
Andrew
hanging in there.
Dwyer, yes, he's hanging in there. I hope he feels better.
Was that the problem? That was what we had.
We tried to get a more extensive report, but we can't right now.
Okay. Mark Danick still on the mound. Due up for Cherry Hill West. Let's see. John Pearson. Keith Moore, I'm sorry. Keith Moore's up. Keith did single his last at bat in that very long 5th inning. The inning.
Start the rally. He came around to score. And a disastrous inning for Cherry Hill East. And if they don't score runs next inning, and their playoff hopes are down the drain.
So here's the pitch from Danick. Strike one call to Keith Moore.
Another Little League story. You know, I played Double-A with Mark Danick.
What team did you play in Double-A for?
Pro corner.
Oh, right. Second pitch to Moore. And he's hit by the pitch, so Moore will trot to first. And that's the first hit batsman by Mark Danick, second of the game. Barry Torin also pegged a Lion batter. So now West has a man on first.
Peg is such a strong word. It was like an off-speed pitch.
So now due up for the Lions, Joel Correa. Joel singled his last at bat. And didn't everyone? So Mark Danick, he'll go from the stretch. He'll check Keith Moore at first. The pitch to Joel, he'll try and bunt, but ball's low. 1-0, the count to Joel. Dave Martin yelling from the dugout.
He thought that Korea stayed around the bunt, but the ump says no.
Okay. Danick taking his time at the end of the mound, checking his shoelaces. He's going to step to the mound. Keith Moore on first. Here's the pitch from Danick to Joel. Tries to bunt again. It gets behind the catcher, though. Moore will advance to second. So West now with a man on second. Still leading 9-7 with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
And Moore might not get too many bases like that easily.
Chris Figaro behind the plate, did the best he could to get that. Mark Danick, go from the stretch, he'll check Moore at second. Gets the sign, here's the pitch to Joel. Again, Joel goes for the bunt, but the ball is high, so now he has a 3-0 count. Please, not another long inning.
I second that. Now Mark Danick's a little upset because the umpire, Korea is still squared to bunt, it looks like, and the umpire is not calling it. And now a timeout. Dave Martin's coming on the field.
He's going to kick the line, probably in disgust over the ump's call over Joel Correa's bunting technique.
And now everybody comes out. And as far as the outfielders don't join in the fray. But they don't.
Okay. The controversy here now is that Coach Martin feels that Joel is squaring on his bunts and that he's not allowed to do that when the balls are coming in, not strikes, evidently. So that's where there's some concern. But Trotman and Coach Don Murray check with Joel Correa. Martin at the mound checking with his players.
The Knicks a little mad at that. I mean, he took a little walk from the meeting to gather his thoughts.
Bucky Martin will walk back to the dugout. So Joel Correa now at the plate. Count 3-0, Danick at the mound. Danick will check Keith Moore at second. Here's the pitch. Strike one. So the count now moves to 3-1. Joel checking with third base coach Don Murray. Tom Trotman checking his team on. Joel at the plate, count 3-1. Danick checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Joel finally gets a bunt down on the third base line. This is going to work. He's safe. The throw goes by. Keith Moore will score. Joel advanced to second. And West now leads 8-4. Or 8-7, I'm sorry.
10-7.
10-7. I'm just messed up all every place. I don't know what I'm doing.
The game is getting really long. Brian, your brain is starting to.
So West leads 10-7. Joel Correa moves on to second on an error by Mark Danick.
If Brian's brain goes down with the sun, we might be in trouble here for the later innings.
East is now just playing poor fundamental
Let's see.
baseball.
8-4. 8-7.
Their sales.
10-7. We're still winning. It doesn't matter.
Let's remember, though, as we're cutting up on Brian, that this is his first outing here in the broadcast booth. I'd like to congratulate him on a fine job here.
Yeah, he has kept
Strike one
all
called
the-
a
all the
rot.
confusing action up to this point, and it has been confusing. Injuries, controversial calls, long half-hour, 45-minute innings.
Rod Ramirez up. He struck out his last time at bat. First pitch to him, a strike from Mark Danick. Danick will check Joel at second. Joel Correa. Here's the pitch from Mark.
We've seen a
Here's
lot
the
of
pitch from
errors.
Mark. Rod gets the bunt down the line. It's going to be foul. So Joel Correa gets the sacrifice bunt, but ends up being an error, and he advances to second, but he gets the run. Again, 10-7, Cherry Hill West. Rod Ramirez at the plate. Joel Correa at second. Mark Danick on the mound. Mark will check the runner. Here's the pitch. Rod down the third base. That'll go in the left field. A hit. They're going to hold Joel at third. So Ramirez will single. Correa will stay at third. And now at bat, Chris Martini.
It's totally falling apart for us these past few innings.
Chris Martini, Mike Furman's Little League friend. So Ramirez will single to left. Correa will advance to third.
Brian, what little league friends have you made over the years?
It's been so long I forget, Mike. I really don't know. Chris Martini, number 15, catcher at the plate. Here's the pitch from Danick. Just a bit high.
Boy, the crowd's starting to file out here. It's getting so long.
And I still am weak from hunger pains. Long, long game, folks. Long, long game. 2 hours and 40 minutes to count. Danick will check the runners on first and on third. Here's the pitch. Strike one called to Chris Martini. Now it's 1-1.
This is one of the longest games in high school history. It's got to be.
Chris Martini was also a forward for the Cherry Hill West varsity basketball team when they didn't do that well this
Put the
season.
length of this game in perspective right now. Major League Baseball is 9 innings, and most games will take about 3 hours. We're in the 6th inning here. This game's taking about 2 hours and 45 minutes already.
Pitching.
Okay, let's just say how long that is.
Pitching. Mark Danick on the mound.
Pitching's not the only thing.
He'll check Rod at
Maybe
first.
to put it in better perspective, this game has gone longer than the average American watches television in a week.
Martini with a long drive to left field. It's going to land in the gap. Down in left field, Correa's going to come around third and score. Ramirez is rounding third. Martini's going to stop at second. He'll stop Ramirez at third. And Martini has a one-run double here in the bottom of the 6th.
And the hits just keep on coming for Cherry Hill West as Martini rips the double into the gap. That's the first extra base hit of the day.
That is true, by any member of each team. Oh, no, Danick had the triple.
Oh, yes, Danick did have the triple out. Quickly, that slipped my mind. That was only about an hour ago.
And he's your team, too. So you can tell how long we've been here, folks.
And it looks like Martin's going to make another pitching change, or I don't know what.
Mr. Hansen directing today for the baseball game.
Yeah, he's going to make the pitching change, it looks.
So Martin will come in. It looks like Danick will be finished. Rod Ramirez still on third base.
Nick is finished.
Chris
And
Martini after ripping a one-run double into the left field gap at second
now,
base.
Number 18, Kevin Abrams, moves from shortstop to the mound for Cherry Hill East, and moving to shortstop will be
Andy, what's the line on Mark
somebody.
Danick? Not good, he says.
Pitched 2/3 of an inning. He pitched 2/3 of an inning. I know that. Got up a countless amount of runs. There's no line. The line's not finished yet. He's got 2 runners on base.
Cherry Hill West Lions leading the Cherry Hill East Cougars 11-7 here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Tom Trotman checking with his team.
And Nick goes back out to shortstop because he changed his gloves or something. And this has been a tough game for Cherry Hill East. It looked so good early, and that's how bad it's looked lately.
A 4-1 lead. No, you don't want to do that. Okay. Cherry Hill East, was leading 4-1. West came back, made it 4-4. East then took the lead 7-4. And then West took the lead 8-7. It's been all downhill for East ever since, as Cherry Hill West now leads the Cougars 11-7.
The sun is starting to set to the west here.
Is that symbolism? We're at Cherry Hill West. It's setting to the west.
Yeah, it looks like West is going to win in the sunset, but still, this inning's left to go, and East has their at-bat in the 7th.
Well, the game is not over. The fat lady has not sung. Here's the line on Mark
There's
Danick.
a partial line on Mark Danick. We're not done yet. There's still 2 runners of his that are on base.
To this point, he's given up 3 hits. He's hit 1 batter, and he's given up 3 runs.
Thank you, Andrew. And he still has 2 runs he's accounted for on base. He only pitched 2/3 of an inning. Tough day for Mark Danick on the mound.
Very tough day.
It's been good in the field and good at bat. Just once again for East, when their hitting is around, their pitching's not. When their pitching's around, their hitting's not. And sometimes they're fielding.
Okay, we got a pinch hitter for Cherry Hill West. Batting for Bill Enisek, Jason Flory, number 3.
He's only a sophomore.
Yes, he's a sophomore, hitting 400 on the year.
Was he 2 for 5?
No, he's 4 for 10, Mike.
All right.
Close, though. Okay, we have Rod Ramirez at third. Chris Martini at second. Jason Flory at the plate. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Abrams throws one in the dirt.
Abrams came in the game when Danick was called in the pitch, and Abrams went to shortstop. Now he's on the mound.
Let's see. Jason Flory also has 4 RBIs for the Lions this season.
3-1. There's still nobody out in the 6th inning.
He stepped.
Another very long Cherry Hill West inning.
He stepped up well as a pinch hitter for the Lions this season. Okay, Abrams on the mound, getting his pitching rubber all set. He's kind of looked at third base. Here's the pitch to Flory. Strike 1 called. Strike 2 called. So the count is full to Jason Flory here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch from Abrams. In the dirt, off the catcher. Runners are hold, but Flory will he'll take his place at first after a walk.
Bases are loaded. Nobody out, and it's looking just aren't good again for East.
But Bianco will come and check with Don Murray to see what action they're going to take.
Why do you really want to take? I mean, why would he have to check? I mean,
They
11-7. The bases loaded. Nobody out.
They do have a
Runs gonna
4-1
be
lead.
scored probably here. I mean,
Bianco had hit into a fielder's choice, but got 2 RBIs out of it last time at bat. Abrams on the mound, bases loaded. Ramirez at third, Martini at second, Flory at first, Brian Bianco at the plate. Abrams getting set. He'll check the sign. Checks Ramirez at third. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Strike two called to
From what
Brian
we've seen
Bianco.
from Abrams so far, he's just strike one.
Strike one.
That's what
Sorry,
we've seen from
strike one.
Abrams is pretty much a junk ball pitcher.
He's a junk ball pitcher?
Yes, junk ball.
Does he use spit?
No, just off-speed stuff. Not really a fastball. Curveballs, breaking balls, sliders, whatever.
Abrams on the mound. Here's the pitch to Bianco. In the dirt, it's going to get behind. Ramirez is going to try his luck. He'll score. Martini will move to third. Flory will move to second, and now it's 12-7, Cherry Hill West.
Slowly but surely, this game is slipping right out of the hands of Cherry Hill. I mean, it slipped.
It's been gone for a while.
They had it early.
And as a hush falls over the Cherry Hill East crowd.
Coming up on.
And I'm told to shut up by the East fans, so. Bianco at the plate.
This game is
Here's the pitch by
3 hours
Abrams.
long almost.
Ball just a bit low. So 2-1 the count to Bianco. Again, Martini at third after he had a 1-run double. Pitch to Bianco. Low again. Count moves to 3-1. Kevin Abrams does not look that good so far. 3-1 to Bianco. Abrams will check the runners. Here's the pitch. Strike two called. And there's a show of support from the East crowd. Okay, I'll just be quiet now. Okay. Okay. Full count to Brian Bianco. Abrams the pitch. Bianco tops it to first. Oh, he trips and falls, and he's safe at first. So the Martini will stay at third.
Oh boy.
Flory will stay at second. Bianco gets to first as the first baseman slips.
Just East continues to have their problems. Nothing's going right now anymore.
So is that an infield hit or an error?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be an infield hit.
Okay, so that's a.
Can't do anything about that. It looked like the Fever caught the ball cleanly and looked like he's gonna run over to first and beat the runner. But
Bianco's 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs so far today. Now at bat, second baseman Brad Napoli, who singled and had a 1-run single his last time at bat. The bases are jammed for Kevin Abrams. Here's the pitch. Strike one called, a low strike called. Abrams checks the sign as Napoli digs in. Here's the pitch. Up the middle. Is it going to get through? Oh, he's safe all around. It went to the shortstop. He tried to make the play at second. Bianco was safe, and Martini scores from third. So the score now is West 13, East 7. So that's Napoli's second 1-run single in a row.
looks like West has a chance, and they probably will bat around again this inning. 2 innings in a row. They're up 13-7 now.
Most likely,
they scored
Mike.
9 consecutive runs. 9 unanswered runs.
Now at bat, shortstop Jeremy Sunkett.
This is another half hour, 45-minute inning.
Bases loaded for Sunkett. Here's the pitch from Abrams. A bit inside is ball one's called.
My dinner's getting cold.
13-7, West leads.
At this point, you can only have fun. The game's going on so long.
The pitch to Sunkett.
We have to lighten
Ball
up. Here.
two, just a bit low.
We have to lighten up here in the booth.
Jason Flores at third, Brian Bianco's at second, and Brad Napoli's at first. Abrams on the mound. He checks all the runners. Pitches to Sunkett. Strike one called to Jeremy Sunkett.
2-1.
All right. Just had to add my broadcaster stuff in there. Strike two called to Jeremy
It's like the
Sunkett.
ump will call almost anything a strike now. The game's going on so long. It is anything close.
2-2, the count to Sunkett.
Yeah, he's going to call it. Strike.
Bases loaded. West winning 13-7. Here's the pitch by Abrams. topped foul on the right
These
side.
ERAs aren't too good today.
So if everything works out according to plan, it looks like Greg Peck will get the win.
He was rocked around.
He was that one
But
inning.
he still has their hopes.
They still have their last swan song inning here.
But that swan song is real.
Okay. Jeremy sunk it at the bat. Here's the pitch from Abrams. Strike 3 called, and Abrams gets sunk it on a called third strike. So that's the first out of the inning. The bases are still jammed as John Pearson. Well, no. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here in. So Chris Matarese will come into bat for John Pearson.
I'll also put Little League with Chris Matarese.
Chris Matarese
No way.
batting .333 on the season. He's 5 for 15 with, let's see how many RBIs he has. With no RBIs, and the bases are loaded, 1 out. Chris Matarese steps up. Abrams still the pitcher.
Chris also played for Connie's.
So he was another one of your Little League friends, huh?
I don't want to say I was friends with him, but yeah, I knew him. Hey.
Abrams at the mound. Checks the run at third to the pitch to Matarese. Up the middle, go off the shortstop to second base. Will they get 2? No, they won't. 2 runs will score. Matarese gets his first 2 RBIs of the season. All right.
Congratulations, Chris.
So Chris Matarese gets to first on a fielder's choice and knocks in his first 2 runs of the season as West widens the gap to 15-7.
There are 2 outs now, however.
That's true.
Brian, you have kept up pretty well today. A lot of this confusing. And West has batted around the second inning.
Keith Moore now at bat. Chris Matarese at first. Abrams still on the mound. Here's the pitch to Keith Moore. Strike 1 called.
Now the West East fans are getting anxious for their third out in this never-ending inning. It is never-ending, correct?
It is never ending. Abrams doesn't even check the runner. The pitch to Moore. Moore tops it down the first base line. Abrams will get it. Throw him out at first, and finally the inning's over. But more damage has been done as the West collects, 7 runs here in this inning? As now they lead Cherry Hill East. I don't know. 7 innings. Okay, and as we end the 6th inning, Cherry Hill West leads 15-7.
We head to the top of the 7th. East, which once held a 7-4 lead, is now stuck 15-7. But they're the top of the order coming up, if that's any compensation.
Jason Flory pinch hit for John Pearson, but Pearson is back in left field. And Chris Matarese batted for, I'm sorry. Yeah, right? No, Jason Flory batted for Bill Anusek last inning, but Anusek is back in right field. And Chris Matarese then pinch hit for John Pearson, but Pearson is again in left field. So
Figaro, then Kim, then Bennett for Cherry Hill East. And Figaro is 0 for 3, where he's put on base twice and scored 2 runs, with struck out in the first, got on an error in the third and scored a run, then got on the 5th, an error and scored a run.
Greg Peck still on the mound for West.
And Peck starts him off with a strike. Peck is the winner of the game
If everything should go to plan, but
and, in the booth, I think we're hoping that it's going to go on long enough.
Peck has 4 strikeouts so far, couple of walks. First pitch, a foul ball down the left field line.
It's quickly 0-2. Peck got them down, got East down 1-2-3 last inning, and that was the first time all game that happened for either squad.
Hopefully he can do it again. Peck on the mound. Steps off the rubber. Seems to be some confusion with a ball on the field. So they switch balls.
Peck didn't like that ball. Peck needs the ball to be perfect for him to get that fastball over the plate. Well, it's 0-2 to Figaro. Figaro is 0 for 3, but he's been on base twice. And he takes ball 1.
Just a bit low.
1 and 2. I think Peck wants to get this game over with pretty quickly, as he showed last inning with some of his best stuff of the game.
If Peck gets the win today, his record will now be 1-0 and with 1 save.
And he strikes out Fagara for the first out at the top of the 7th.
Things are looking good so far, folks.
East needs a lot of base runners. They need to batter
They
around this inning
they need a
to
lot of
just-
everything, Mike.
East needs 8 consecutive home runs just to tie the game. And will that happen, Brian?
Most likely no.
Just remember the Phillies were a couple years back stuck in L.A. 10-1 going into 9th, and they did win the game 11-10. So
Or they were down 8-0 against Houston earlier this season. Did come back and win 9-8.
that was San Francisco.
I'm sorry. I'm just making mistakes everywhere today.
It's okay. Well, as we're making mistakes, it's 2-0. 2-0 to Kim.
Dave Kim.
Dave Kim on the day is 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored, singled.
So 3-0 to Dave Kim. Another ball by Greg Peck.
Peck probably doesn't have that same ball that he's throwing his awesome fastball with. He has a good fastball, Peck. And he throws a strike there.
Quick strike by Greg
It's
Peck.
hard to see anything right now as we are being blocked by about 6 different people.
Many East coaches. I can stand on the bleacher, though, and assist
We're
you.
going to have to stand. Dave Kim grounds
Kim
it
up
to
the middle.
in
Sung Na.
the whole base hit for Dave Kim. Second hit of the game. Right over the shortstop's head. And the rally starts. They got the rally caps on. You know, if East does
And the
not-
East fans still believe here, folks.
This could be East season, though. Playoffs. They don't win this game. They don't make the playoffs. That'll be the first time in 19 years, or 20 years, actually. And that brings up Brian Bennett. 2 for 2 with a walk. 2 for 2 with a walk. 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and 2 stolen bases.
Pitch from Peck. Strike 1 called.
That's a strike to Bennett, as Brian just said. Just repeating Brian's words.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Greg Peck on the mound.
Greg Peck's on the mound. Bennett.
Peck is on the mound.
Brian Bennett, 0-1 pitch, fouls it off 0-2. It's going to hit a bus.
No,
it hit
just
something. It hit the roof
just
of the American Legion.
misses
Post
the bus by
372 building.
about
And
a
it rolls
centimeter.
down. Bennett's quickly in the hole 0-2.
Cherry Hill Public School buses. They can give you the best, most comfortable ride possible. Pitch from Peck.
Oh, it falls in. Bennett, 3rd hit of the game. Bennett is on fire. He's not been retired.
Picked up by any second right field. He'll
He's 3 for 3 with a walk. Brian
hit sunk at the cutoff man, so East has runners on 1st and 2nd.
That brings up Mark Danick, who
There is hope.
1 for 3 with 4 RBIs. Bases clearing triple in the 5th inning, which got Easton the lead 7-4. And Danick grounds out
They hear
for the 2nd out, and now East has runners to 2nd and 3rd as Kim advances to 3rd and Bennett advances to 2nd on Danick's ground out.
Danick
And-
grounds out to Napoli, who then just went for the easy out to Bianco at first.
And East's playoff hopes.
There is still a
rest
glimmer of hope, man,
Ed
on 3rd.
Kemps,
There still is a glimmer
who's
of
hit
hope.
2 home runs this season. He takes first. Low
Strike 1 called.
Kemps is 1 for 2 with a walk, single, and a ground out. He's been caught stealing in the 1st inning today, way back at about 3:35, 4 o'clock. Kemps, that happened to Kemps.
Peck tries the curveball.
And it's 1-1. God, it's getting so long and up here. I don't.
Here's the pitch from
Uh,
Peck.
Kemps checks, 2nd and 3rd, 2-1 to count.
Gets away from Martini. Martini's played a great game behind the plate today, wouldn't you say, Mike?
Yeah, he has. Gone down 2 runners.
Pegged a
picked
runner
up
at
a guy
first. That was my most impressive. That's what impressed me most.
Did it? That's good. Okay. It's not 3-1 to Kemps. And Kemps takes another strike. 3-2 now, full count.
So Peck is 1 strike away from his first victory of the season.
Kemps could be the last batter of this game.
And he
East strikes out at
is.
the end of the game. East leaves 2 in the the top of the 7th, and that's it for the game. 15-7. Cherry Hill West.
West.
Come from behind win, and we'll be back with totals and a wrap right after this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Mike Furman along with Brian Connors here. At
I'm here.
Cherry Hill West Field, where Cherry Hill West just defeated Cherry Hill East.
I thought we had
15-7.
I thought we had a camera on us, but I guess we don't.
No, we don't, but we'll talk anyway.
Okay.
So, Brian, what's your thoughts of this game?
Well, like I said, East played a good game. They're up front 4-1 at the beginning of the game, but West came back in the later innings, as they seem to always do. And an East-West matchup is always a guaranteed good game. Greg Peck came out, got his first win of the season, and that moves on West to 10-1, and now they're 8-0 in conference, and they're in pretty good shape now.
And once again, the middle innings provided the runs for West, and East pitching just faltered during that stretch. And East at 3-8 will now miss the playoffs for the first time in 20 years, and they used to be a fixture in the playoffs. But
That's
no
true.
longer.
I can't imagine a Group 4 tournament without Cherry Hill East.
Yep. And
But, but now West goes on Wednesday to play another favorite for the conference, Washington Township, with John Oberg on the hill. That'll be a good game. But I don't know where East goes on from now. I guess their season's basically done.
well, they still have games to play. They'll probably be in the Diamond Classic. But anyway,
Okay.
West moves to 10-1. East drops to 3-8 for Brian Connors and
Yes.
statistician Andrew DeChristopher. I'm Mike Furman. Have a good night.
Good night.